All right. What's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all don't tell me I was late today. I was here on time. In fact, I am here a minute early to try to make up slowly for all the times I've been late this week. What's going on, man? Detroit Marty Ma in the building. What's happening, man? That's what one of my best friends call me. Call me Marty Ma. What's going on, Daryl McKinney? Steve Mega, what's happening? For show, Mr. McKinney. Alan Johnson in the building. What's happening? Kamal Oz. Yeah, your boy, dog. Dilly and the dope fiend doing dope. He don't know the matter. Don't know the what is it? What is it? The dope fiend doing dope who don't know the some meaning of what to know soap. Oh man. Dillian. Got a fight canceled, another fight canceled because he's been out there doping, trying to get over, dog. Like I hope the rest of these dudes start getting caught. A bunch of these dudes out here doping, man. But that's why I say I ain't got no respect. That's why I don't like Dillian. That's why I don't like them. I'm not surprised at all. Kamal let that man pop dirty and wasted that man's camp. Now Anthony Joshua got to go straight in with Deontay. Just get it on with Deontay. Messed up that man's payday, was about to get smoked, and then boom, gets caught. Pop dirty, adverse finding. Yes, sir. T. Wells, what's going on, man? What's going on, Glizzer Glock? What's happening? All things in the building. Gizzer Glock said, oh, that dude is owned by Terrence Crawford, bro. I don't care what that dude says. He still got a channel? Needs to stop hate, had to go over there and argue about, why? Don't argue with me for that clown. Oh, that kid is a clown, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear that sourpuss. Man, that dude, who cares, man? I'll tell you what happened with him since he want to talk sideways. That dude got jacked up by Terrence Crawford and turned into Terrence Crawford's lackey because he ran his mouth. Because he ran his mouth against somebody's advice. My understanding is that dude got sued to the bridges by Terrence Crawford because he got cute and thought it was cool to say that Terrence Crawford was cheating on his wife. So that's where all those rumors about Terrence Crawford and his wife, which I would never get into, that's the dude that put that shit out. That's my understanding. And what happened was, this is what I was told, was that Terrence Crawford took a lawsuit and slapped that dude so hard he won't say nothing bad about Terrence Crawford never again in his life. Because Terrence Crawford was going to ruin that dude in the court of law and rightfully so, for putting all that smut out about that man's wife. And now all of a sudden you got to come to Jesus about Terrence Crawford. And that's what I heard. I don't know what to be true or not. But I hope that dude says I'm a hater of Terrence Crawford. I ain't never talked about his beautiful wife, nor children, nor family, nor any of his personal business. And never have I done that to any boxer because I'm not a piece of shit. Tacky ass kid that don't know no better, living in their mama's basement with an ugly ass beard that they need to shave, bro, because you don't look like you may. Honestly, bro, with that ragged ass beard, dog, you kind of look like you switched pronouns a couple years ago. Fuck you talking about me. Man, you better never come around me talking about Terrence Crawford. I didn't get sued. Did I? You did. Terrence Crawford said something mean to me. I don't give a shit. That man was going to take your mama's house. That's what I was told, at least. I don't know if it's true or not. However, I do remember you putting that tacky ass report out there about that man and his relationship with his wife. Fat boy. That's all I would say to that clown. Hey, I heard Terrence Crawford sued you for defamation of character and buckled your ass. And ever since then, you've been Terrence is the man. Terrence is the man. Yeah. Ever since then, huh? Man, you better get out of my face, boy. I know just who you are. And I also know that Black Fight Fan TV ran your ass way out of town when you was talking crazy to him. I had to call Black Fight Fan TV not to have him go looking for you, which, trust you me, you bitched out when he talked to you. Say what you want. You'll never see me in person. I'll never come outside. That's what you said to Black Fight Fan TV. So the fuck out of my face, bro. Talking hate on me. Now, you better tell somebody, you better talk to, and that's what I know, that part. So you better talk to somebody that don't know. You better talk to somebody that don't know. I was never nothing but nice to you, boy. Never nothing but nice to you. Never nothing but nice to you when you needed my help with your dusty ass channel. I hear you talking. I know you talking. I wouldn't talk to you. I don't talk to people that say things like that about a man's wife and get up on YouTube trying to tear that man's marriage apart. But you want to talk about, I predicted he beat Errol Spence. Hey, I couldn't have predicted that you would have tried to ruin that man's marriage on some super tacky shit. When y'all was running around gossiping like God, and I'm not even gonna say gossiping like girls. Y'all run around, that's gossip. Whether or not that man has got other wives, other girlfriends, and all that garbage that dude was talking about with that man, and I'm the one getting the heat, man, please. You better leave me alone. Talking about you clown, you leave me alone. I know what you are. I don't care if he did that, so what? I don't care. Let me tell you, I don't care what he did. Put a picture of me, take a picture. I don't give a shit. I'm a star. Fuck, what the fuck you talking about? All you keep telling me is that I'm a star. Keep putting more pictures out there so more people recognize me and more people say, hey, are you the guy who are this? And hey, my guy said he knows you. And yeah, you keep doing that for me. Keep putting them pictures out. Keep doing commercials for me. Okay? Keep doing commercials for me. I don't care. My face is right here. There's literally nothing you can say to me that some clown has not already said or done. Your dumbass want to spend time doing a meme with me on a bum picture, asking for cash apps. You got to keep it in the streets. The streets got to get fed. All that crap. Whatever, bro. I do have to get fed. Now grow the fuck up. Okay? Grow your fat ass up. Okay, fat boy? Fat boy? And I don't know what hormones you are on to get that dusty ass beard, but you need to cut that shit off. It looks terrible. Okay? You can't grow a beard. Stop acting like you can. All right? You out here looking like Chaz Bono. I don't even know if you were born out. I don't know what you were assigned at birth. What were you assigned at birth with that damn beard? With that pill testosterone, that needle injected testosterone that got you growing a spot of beard right here. Fuck out my face, boy. My son is 16 years old and grow more hair on his face than you. Tell Chaz Bono shut the fuck up and go tap dance for Bud before he sues his ass again. Fuck out of here, boy. I was never nothing but nice to you. Never nothing but nice to you. So I don't understand why you trying to run me down when Bud bitched you. Bud didn't bitch me. Bud bitched you. Straight bitched you. Straight bitched you. Don't act like it. Like he didn't. Like I don't know. I remember you. Thank you. So anyway, don't say that boy's name. Don't say that boy's name. Man, you better just leave me alone. Let grown men talk, bro. You literally living in your mama's basement, bro. You are literally living in your mama's basement, bro. Literally living in your mama's basement. Literally living in your mama's basement. Used to do videos from your mama's basement. Literally doing videos from your mama's basement. And you got pictures up of me? Okay. Whatever. No, I ain't gonna talk to that clown. Go jump back. Go jump back in Terrence Crawford's drawer. That man, that dude did you so dirty, bro, for that video you put up about that man several years ago, bro. King, I saw your mama giving head on the corner. That's what I saw your mama doing, King. That's what I saw your mama doing, King. Okay? Get your goofball ass out my face. You're a bum, King. You're a bum. Trash ass bum. Jump up here, jump up here, jump up here again so I can humiliate your dumb ass again. Anyway, like I said, you guys got me confused with somebody that's nice. I'm not nice. I don't like you. Shut your bum ass up. Ain't nobody trying to talk to you. I'm trying to seriously have a boxing conversation about some good things going on in the world, like Dillian the D-ball doing dope who don't know the meaning of mott to no soap. Shut your cornball asses up, boys. You know what I mean? You had like, man, please. Man, y'all don't stop. Leave me alone. You know what I mean? But anyway, man, what's going on? AKA Big Texas, the winning team. I'm chilling. What's going on, man? Stuart Valentine said, don't know if everyone's been mentioned. AJ, say less. Say less says Fanon blood. No, my blood pressure is 180. My last blood pressure, say less, was 120 over 18. My blood pressure is normal as shit. Thank you to the people that told me to listen to that Dr. Price on YouTube. I'm eating nothing but whole foods. My blood pressure is good. You just confuse me for somebody that's nice. I'm not. I don't like you. And I will tell you I don't like you. I will tell you I don't like you. And all my fanboy YouTube channels, my YouTube fanboy channels, the ones that put my name in the title, they can do whatever they want to do. Any real content creator knows what you're doing when you use names of other people in your videos. You admire them. You will never see me put a name of another YouTube channel in my title of my video because I stand on my own 2 feet. I don't need to try to collect the trolls and have them come pass by and watch my videos. What you guys are is when I throw somebody out of my house, when I throw food out of my house, you bums skirt around the corner, grab them and say, come on, come on. When I'm throwing a party and somebody gets kicked out, you're the bum down the street that invites them. Well, come on over here, man. You can watch TV with me. That's what you all are. All right? Let's just get this very, very straight. I am bigger than you. And you admit it every time you put my name in a video. That's what you're doing. And you guys are being suckered because they actually look up to me. That fat boy looks up to me. That idiot over there, counter this, that, and the other. Dog, I have fried that dude so many times, bro. Fried his ass so many times. And guess where I did it from? I did it when I didn't even have a channel. I didn't even have a channel. That's how much head start I had on that clown. Because that clown, just like other clowns, spend their time talking about what other YouTube channels think. And that's why they're going to continue right where they are. Because they're fanboys of YouTube channels. Say my name. I appreciate you. Thank you, Terrence Crawford, for saying my name. I don't mind it at all. Thank you very much. That's why I was polite. I damn near said thanks for the exposure. I appreciate you, man. You're a world-class fighter, #1 pound for pound. I appreciate you saying my name. I really do. I really and truly do. That's why those boxers don't say my name. So they don't grow me. That's why they don't grow me. That's why you don't see Sean Porter saying, hey, Hey, Fanon, can you come on my channel and yuck it up with me? They don't do that for me. They do that for other people. They do that for other people. You know what they do, though? You know what some of them do, though? When they need something said, they'll try to slip it to me so I can get it out there for them. And I will say, no, thank you. But anyway, meanwhile, in the UK Lycian news, the werewolf news, yeah, let's get off this, bro. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's get off this. But I am waiting for some smoke, bro. Lil Rock, legend of boxing, says low class. What do you mean low class? Who's low class? Who's low class? I am black. That's my class. That's my social status is black. So there you go. I don't know how that, if you mean that's low, that's fine. I'm as low as black people are. That's where I am. If we are low, then I'm low. If we're high, then I'm high. Whatever. Makes me no difference. What's going on, Just Two Boxing? Anyway, yeah. I don't know what's low class. I think I actually run a ship that is pretty, decent. Oh, Fahim trying to get thrown out. He said, no, not apologize. We love when you release your inner Tupac. Hey, Dillian White is the hey, seriously though. Dillian White needs to be thrown out of boxing, bro. All these guys testing positive more than 3 times. Can we agree that 3 times you get thrown out? If we can't agree on once, and we can't agree on twice, how about 3 times? Is that enough to sit somebody down, bro? Is that enough to sit somebody down? How long do you got to wait for Conor Benn, bro? This is no. This is Dillian White's 3rd time that he has tested positive. He said, that's a compliment. You be too fair with these ninjas. Bro, look, man, I'm extremely fair with these people. I don't understand. They just can't argue with me. That's the problem, really. They don't like me because they can't beat me. That's the real essence of it. That's why they're resorting to memes. But whatever, dog. You know what I mean? But whatever, bro. But let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about this, dog. All right, Gervonta Davis. I would like to respond to something today. Okay? Please, will you guys stop talking about Terrence Crawford fighting Gervonta Davis or Charlo? Because let me assure you, those things are not going to happen. All right? They're not going to. And I'm also waiting on somebody that said they would be here to debate me. I'm still waiting. I'm here waiting on you, sir. And I'm going to make absolute positive food of you. So trust you me. I am waiting on you. I am waiting on you to explain to me how I hate on Terrence Crawford and how I cannot say that he's the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world and think that his resume is not the best and that's idiotic, because that is what we're going to debate, sir. That's what we're going to debate. Since you want to pop off at the lip, young black man, okay? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do for you young black men, because I am going to fry you like bacon is what I'm going to do to you. Intellectually. See, when I see you guys and I know that I'm 54 years old, I got to lose weight. I can still throw these hands. But, some of y'all are boxers. Some of y'all are, can really do what you do with them hands. That's what you do. And I respect that. I will absolutely fricassee your ass with this brain, though, and this mouthpiece. Without a doubt, you're not on my level, and I will definitely humble you. I will put you in a mental chokehold and have you tap out. No joke. Easy money. You're easy money. So I am waiting for you, because I'm in my prime, and I've always been more talented than you. So, Mr. Twitter mouth, I'm sitting here waiting on you. Click that. What's your name? Let me put this name out here for you. Bare minimum boy. This man got a name, Bare Minimum Boy. I am waiting on you, Bare Minimum Boy. You said you be here, show your ass up, and defend what you said to me on Twitter while you guys are supporting somebody that wished me dead. And I'm going to tell you, I don't care what's going on in the boxing world. This man on Twitter said that he wished that I was dead. And you've got young black men out there co-signing him. As if there's anything that I could have possibly said about Terrence Crawford winning a boxing match that would have justified you wishing death on someone. You young black men need daddies to raise you better. And I used to say, because people would get offended when I talked about that. I never said that. I never thought that, hey, I'm like, I know a lot of people's dads weren't in the home. They're decent human beings. And they do well in their lives and all that. You can do it. You don't have to have your dad in the house. They're divorced fathers and all that. But you all, I don't know. I think you needed a daddy. And I am more than willing to be that and spank your ass all over the place. And specifically on this topic, you say that how can I, because I'm such a Terrence Crawford hater, even though I said he was the number one pound for pound fighter for years and argued people up and down about it. All these racist trolls, I argued with these. You think that I'm giving you fake ass Bud fans any more smoke that I've been giving Lomachenko fans, Gennady Golovkin fans, and all these other people that have been talking about black fighters that bad? You think I'm giving you guys any more smoke than I've been giving Devin Haney fans over Gary Russell Jr.? I will sit on a panel with 100 people dogging Gary Russell Jr., and I will stand up there and I will hold my own with every single solitary one of them. And I've done it. I've done it for Terrence Crawford. For Terrence Crawford, I've done that. But where were you when this was going on? Nowhere around. Nowhere around. So Bare Minimum Boy, bring your bare minimum ass up here and explain to me exactly how I'm an idiot and deserve to die because I say Terrence Crawford is the number one pound for pound fighter in the world, but could question his resume. I'm waiting on you. And this ain't Twitter where you can type and run. You got to actually speak. Let people hear your voice. Let people hear your reasoning. But you're not going to show up. You're just going to throw memes at me. You're going to get cute like that other bum, according to boxing, over there on Twitter. You're not going to show up. You're just going to hide your ass. Oh, let me make a quick funny picture. Let me make somebody laugh. Ha, ha, ha. Like that other guy on Twitter. And I say that respectfully. Well, I say this disrespectfully. You don't know shit about boxing at all. Ha, ha, ha. Find that funny. I ain't no comedian. I ain't no comedian. I'm not interested. If I'm funny, it's on accident. Believe it. I'm dead stone cold serious. Dead stone cold serious. And you're not going to bully me, bro. You're not going to bully me when you are nothing but a peon in a crowd. So what I do is what that guy, Demariano Johnson, said about how you handle a bunch of guys walking up on you. You go snatch one and beat the tar out of them right in front of the rest. And I've been doing it all week. You thought because Errol Spence Jr. lost that I was going to go away and I wasn't going to fry y'all? I told you a long time ago. I can be wrong and still whoop you. I can be wrong and still whoop you. In this, I can be dead wrong and still beat you. Dead wrong and still beat you. I can be absolutely positively wrong, and you are not smart enough to corner me. Let me repeat. I could be dead wrong, and I will beat you because you are not smart enough to get me. You are mentally feeble. From my perspective, you are mentally feeble. And I'm mentally exceptional. So it doesn't matter whether you're right or wrong, boy. You're not smart enough or skilled enough to represent yourself in a way where anybody would believe you. Boy, show up so I can fry you. And I mean it. 100%, bro. You guys think that, oh, don't let him get to you. No, I'm getting to you. I'm coming for you. That's why I'm on Twitter. I'm coming from you. I'm coming for you. You got me messed up. I'm coming for you. You ain't sitting back shooting bees at me. Now go make a meme of that. Go make a meme. Show my face doing this. And, oh, he's so mad. Man, that ain't nothing but clown jokes, bro. Anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. And that's a coward drawing pictures, spray painting cars. Oh, I'll get him. I'll get him. I'll wait till he goes to sleep and I'll drive around. I'll ride up on his car and I'll key his car. Ha, 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 I got him. Oh, no, the lights are on. Let's run. Before he comes out my house and whoops my ass. But I scratched his car. That's you bums. That's you bums. And that ain't about boxing. Because honestly, who cares what you think about boxing when you yourself are a piece of shit? Huh? How can you ever win a debate if I can prove you're a piece of shit and nobody should care what they think about you anyway? I just need to understand that. If somebody thinks you're a low-life piece of shit, what difference does it make if you're right or wrong? You're a low-life piece of shit. I mean, who cares? Yeah, he was right but he's a piece of shit. What did he do to Terrence Crawford's wife? What did he do to Terrence Crawford's wife? You spread Terrence Crawford's business all out over the internet because you don't like him as a fighter? Who would care what you did with your life, bro? Who would even care? At a certain point in time, adults will look at you. Adults will look at you like, my God, man, this is boxing. What are you making memes for the man for? And they will lose respect for you. And when you've lost respect, it doesn't matter what you say. I stand on my square no matter what I say. I stand on my square no matter what I say. And I never say things like you say. I've never made a meme of another person because of a boxing opinion. While I'm living out when I just got out of my mama's basement, especially out of my mama's basement. And boy, you were in your mama's basement, literally doing videos in your mama's basement. No lights, raggedy ass plywood walls that were definitely 1970s era walls. Do they even make plywood walls for basements anymore when they refinish them? That's where you were, bro. 2 years ago, 3 years ago at most. Walking around a Pomeranian dog when you had no job. For real? And you got something to say to me? Running from Black Fight Fan TV like that? Now, let me tell you. Black Fight Fan TV is somebody that you may, if you see him, say, yeah, let me stay away from that dude. Because he's very, 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 very big. Like unusually big human being. Unusually big human being. And he ran and was scared to death of Black Fight Fan TV. Just so you know, this big dude, this talking dude who's probably still in his mama's basement, by the way. Definitely ain't got no woman. Definitely ain't got no woman. Definitely ain't got no woman. Anyway, talking. He live in a home with basement rap studio. Like, but you're talking. You got enough nerve to talk and make a meme. Get your ass out of my face, bro. Child. Definitely ain't got no woman, dog. So get your whatever you do with your life ass out my face. And I mean that. Meme away, bro. Meme away. I got respect for the little guy. I actually got respect for the little guy. I do. I can't lie. I kind of like him. I don't care what he says about me. I kind of like little dude. But I know what little dude is. I know what he is. I like little dude though. But I know what he is. Anyway, you know what I mean? Like I know what he is. I don't really care. I kind of like little dude. Little dude's a smart guy. I can respect him. We can see the world differently and you can be a front. But at the end of the day, bro, I kind of like him. You know what I mean? I used to listen to him even if he hated me. I still kind of liked him because I think he's got talent. You, on the other hand, dog, you're a bum. Okay? Shut your ass up. Nobody give a fuck about what you say. But anyway, but since you put his name in the comment section, I thought I would do it. Anyway, can we please get back? I'm going to try to get back to boxing, bro. I'm sorry, brother. Oh. Canal Oz said, hey, Mel could theoretically have a Canelo rematch. Yeah, that's not going to, yeah, exactly. Much love, Canal Oz. Anyway, I'm sorry about that, man. I had to go in on that for a little while. Because I swear to God, y'all some real brave individuals, bro, out here, like thinking I'm like, yeah, like for real, like what you think's going on around here, bro? Who ran from Black Fight Fan TV? That dude, that little dude over there. That little dude over there ran from Black Fight Fan, man. Like, dude, like, dog, talk crazy. But you'll never see me in person. Yeah, I know. Anyway, 10 count for the death of Mark Margolis. I don't know who Mark Margolis is. Let me look real quick. Oh, you're talking about the actor Mark Margolis? God, dog, you be knowing some dudes. You be knowing some God, dog. Hey, rest in peace, Mark Margolis. Rest in peace. Absolutely. Okay, so let's get back into this, man. Let's get back into this. Hey, thank you, man. Giz, okay. Yeah. Let me see something. I'm sorry, man. I probably should have taken a day off, bro. But I'm glad we're coming down off all this boxing stuff. You know, what is that? Hold on one second. Pay Scott. Hey, what's going? Hey, much love, man. Thank you so much for the $5 holler, man. Appreciate you more than you know. Thank you, brother. And Barbara Davis says Saturday morning's blessings to you. Blessings to you as well. Thank you. All right, man. Let's get back into this. I'm sorry, man. I'm like ruining the live stream on this stupidity, bro. Let's start this again. I apologize. And here's a link for anybody who wants to chop it up. Seriously, I'm sorry about that, bro. So I wanted to talk about this idea that Gervonta Davis is going to fight Terrence Crawford. That's just not a realistic thing. And so people even comments with me about it, man. Come on, man. It's just not going to happen, bro. It's just not going to happen, man. DA said, well, Fanon, why did Joshua fight not happen? Joshua fight's not happening because Dillian White tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. So now the fight is off. That's why. Unfortunate, but that's what it is. It's that simple. Is that the fight is off because of that. Kamal Oz said, Terrence Crawford is once again delusional and demanding Jermell Charlo. Dude, Terrence Crawford is not going to get, I'm telling you, man, I know you guys think I'm a hater of that dude. But, man, I've got to call it like I see it, man. I have no idea why he said that about Showtime. Like, me, hold on 1 second. Hold on, my sound is going to be bad for a second. My sound is going to be bad. Sorry, I went on mute. Give me 1 second. All right, yeah, that should be it. That should have fixed it. There you go. All right, I'm cool. All right, sorry, I had to do something real quick. Yeah. So anyway, man, I have no idea why Terrence Crawford does some of the things he does. Just no idea, man. There are some people that just don't, man. Like if it was me, man, I was Steven Espinoza, bro. The way he threw Showtime under the bus yesterday, it was like, wow. I mean, the day before yesterday, it's like, wow, man. Those guys just helped you make like $25 million, man. And he said that he explained how he was blackballed by the PBC. And he said that Showtime refused to name him as a champion on their channel. And that Showtime was part of these people trying to shut him out because they didn't list him as a champion. Brian Custer responded to it and said, man, that's not true. He's like, I'm okay with everything else, but that's not true. That was not us. That was Fox that did that. Because Errol had fought on Fox for like 3 fights in a row. He wasn't fighting on Showtime. So basically, Terrence Crawford threw Showtime under the bus. So you're not on Twitter. I'm telling you, Twitter is the most toxic environment ever. But it most definitely is where all these decision-maker type of people are throwing stuff around. That's why I'm over there. That's the only reason I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitter so I can tell y'all stuff to your face. And I don't mean to be mean about it, but that's why I'm on Twitter. Really, I am. I want the smoke. I really want the smoke. I want the smoke. Ever since I've been over there and people started being funny, like, and I know you're being funny. So when you go over there, you're going to hear some things said and things leaked and all of that stuff and things alluded to. But Terrence Crawford was on Hot 97 and he said that about Showtime. But Kamal Oz, but the fact is that it's not even true. It's not even true that they did that. Now, why did it happen? Why did it happen? The reason that it happened was because Fox had a problem with the WBO because the WBO was not ranking fighters that were on Fox's network. Because the PBC had fighters and then the WBO was not ranking or giving championship opportunities to PBC fighters or fighters that were on Fox. And that was not specifically about Terrence Crawford. That was about the WBO and Fox, where Fox said, we're not going to recognize the WBO as a major championship belt anymore. That wasn't about Terrence Crawford. And it had nothing to do, and watch this, it had nothing to do with Showtime. So Steven Espinoza went to Twitter and said something on Twitter about it. And he went, and this guy, this channel dude, who's like, man, I'm telling you, man, before I had a channel, I used to listen to this guy. And he's a fairly knowledgeable guy about the sport of boxing. But there are some people out there that really do not, they're just stuck in their ways no matter what. Like, people are they were so anti-PBC. It's amazing. They want to say you're pro-PBC or you're pro-black. No, you're anti-Al Heyman and PBC. Because everything they do, you've got something negative to say about it. Everything they do. I'm not saying legitimate criticisms of them. I'm talking about the fact that these people are out there after this entire year, and all they're doing is running down the PBC. Still running it down and acting like Terrence Crawford didn't just fight on the PBC. As if Top Rank did it. So for Bud to say that about Steven Espinoza and Showtime, dude, like, what is that? I mean, on many different levels, why? On many different levels, why? Number one, why would you do it since you're trying to get a fight again on Showtime? And Steven Espinoza really doesn't have to do business with you. You're going to drop those belts. He'll get those belts back. He'll get the belts back. He's got Jerron. He's got Keith Thurman. He's got all kind of he's got Stanionis. He's got guys at 140 pounds where those guys can get those belts, those 147-pound belts again. He doesn't need Terrence Crawford. He doesn't need him. And they gave Terrence Crawford a big old guarantee to get that fight done, which, by the way, wound up not even being necessary because the amount of money covered it. So to me, I just want to know why you guys are so over the top with it. But why would Terrence? I have no idea why Terrence would do that. Then you're biting the hand that feeds you. You're literally biting the hand that fed you by accusing that network of that. It's perplexing, bro. No, what they are is they're bitter. Kamal Oz said he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. No, he's just bitter. And he has the right to be bitter because he should be bitter. As great of a fighter as Terrence Crawford is, and all of the time that people would not recognize him as the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world, as long as people said that it was Chocolatito, then it was Lomachenko, now it's Monster Inoue, then it's Alexander Usyk. It's Alexander Usyk. It's all these guys that are not Terrence Crawford. As long as Terrence Crawford has been in that scenario, he should be bitter because Terrence Crawford is the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and he has been that since the time that Andre Ward fought. And that's the truth of the matter. That's the truth of the matter. And I've said it the entire time. But Terrence Crawford bites and snaps out at people who were actually supporting him. And now you have a bunch of people that were dismissing you in that regard for years. And now they're the main ones using your win as a way to discredit other people. And then Terrence Crawford joins in with it. And this is how toxic it is. That there's a young man who I'm still waiting for you to get on this channel. I'm still waiting for you to get on this channel and explain to me how I was hating on Terrence Crawford while I was calling him the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Because I said his resume at 147 was not all that he was pumping it up to be. And I'm still waiting on you. Now, I'm not going to have this chat filled with a bunch of venom and all of that but trust me, the only way that you got to get the venom in your system out of your system. And I'm going to get the venom that you guys keep injecting into my system. I'm going to get it out on your head. Trust you me. I'm not a pacifist. People say you're frustrated, go to the boxing gym and go punch on a bag. Get that stress out you. You're going to be my bag, and I'm waiting to punch on you. Trust me. For now, Bob going to try to go back to Bob. Watch, Bob's not going to take him back. Bob's not going to take him back. T. Orlando Pearson, would you like to have the debate, T. Orlando Pearson? Since he's not there? T. Orlando, would you like to risk yourself? Now watch this, T. Orlando. You are a lawyer. Would you like to get up here and defend that? I sent it to you, man. Hello? I sent you the other one. Yeah, I did. Go check it. I just sent it to you. All right, man. Bye. So I know whether you're trolling or not. I would love to have this discussion with you. Dog, let me tell you, brother, I'll take it on. I take people on at all levels. And watch this. Hey, T. Orlando said, ha, trolling at its finest. Dog, I was going to call your bluff on that, brother, because if I can get you, I'll get you. But you better believe, T. Orlando, I say that. He said, I got to defend the Bud supporters. Yeah, backhanded compliment. No, it's a compliment. It was a compliment. Nothing backhanded about it. It is a statement. I'm not even qualifying it. You're the number one pound for pound fighter in the world, period. I'm not even making a compliment. I'm telling you that I'm speaking that as a fact. Terrence Crawford is the number one pound for pound fighter in the world because he has the best combination of the 4 scoring criteria in boxing. I will continue to say that. Now, I'm not going to give my argument away because this young man needs to come on and show and prove. And you think because you only have, 87, 90 followers on Twitter, probably mostly your family and fake accounts, brother, it doesn't make a difference to me, man. Dan Rayfield could jump up here and do this. I really want that, bro. You know what I mean? I really want that smoke. I do. I want that smoke, bro. I'm like Errol Spence, bro. Beat me half to death, bro. I'm still going to get back up. I'm not staying on my knee. But anyway, for now, and I know you don't like fantasy match, but what do you think about Terrence Crawford will beat Canelo easier than Floyd did? I don't think so. I do not think so at all. Because Floyd's going to outbox you purely. Canelo Alvarez will probably hurt Bud. I don't like that. No, he will not. I think that is not true. That he will beat Canelo Alvarez easier than Bud did. Because Errol is, Floyd is just a different level boxer, bro. However, I will tell you this, that if anybody were to say that Terrence Crawford was the better welterweight than Floyd, I would not just off front disagree with him. I wouldn't just off rip disagree with him. I did a video, which is really ironic. It's not ironic. It was purposeful. I did a video in which I gave more flowers to Bud Crawford than anybody I've seen do a video for him. I literally threw like 1,000,000 roses at him. I threw a rose, like 15 rose trees at him. I'm telling you, these guys are not Bud Crawford fans. It got 4,000 views. And on top of it, it had less than no mention from anybody that wants to tell me what I've said about Bud. When I said I think absolutely Bud is on the level of Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I will say that for the rest of my life, that he's on the same level as Floyd Mayweather Jr. And in fact, he's bigger than Floyd Mayweather Jr. in a natural welterweight. Now, I don't know how much more credit I can give the man. Didn't RuPaul say giving roses ain't giving credit? I mean, I don't know, man. I guess it's not, because I guess I need to. I don't know about that. Floyd's resume was amazing. T. Orlando Pearson, I'm telling you, I will tell you why. I can't even do it because this guy's not going to show up. Well, he's not going to show up. I know he's not going to show up. So I guess, Yo Fanon Bud putting his foot in his mouth is terrible, but he does has something to offer a good fight. Let me tell you, no. The nut brings nothing to the table, backfiring. Let me explain that. Okay. All right. I'm going to say this guy conceded because I said I'd be there at 9:00. So I'm going to assume this young man had sense. And like many of you people out there, did not want to get on here and get in and do this with me, which is honestly the smartest thing that young man did. As soon as I challenged to stop talking immediately, is what he did. Immediately you stop talking. Very smart, young man. Very smart. Because I promise you, brother, I was going to do something to you. I actually took time to think about what I was going to do to you. And I usually don't do that. I usually just let people come on and I just figure it out. Like, okay, I didn't even get you. I game planned for. So it was going to get nasty. Nasty. However, since you can't even defend it, I'll tell you the game plan. Make it even worse on you. I'll actually tell you the game plan. Now, you say, I've always told you this, that resumes do not fight. I've said this, and I'll say this again, and I'll say it again. Resumes do not fight, people do. If you look at T. Orlando and T. Orlando's resume as it relates to debate, T. Orlando's records on debate, man, I have to assume, absolutely dwarf mine. No doubt about it. I've seen his resume. I know it does. But you better believe resumes don't fight. I will hold my own, no doubt, with T. Orlando. I will hold my own. I know I will. As long as I know the rules, as long as I brush up on the rules, in which is the law, the etiquette, the terminology, as long as I buff up on that, and you give me a couple warm-up bouts, brother, I'm going to be right there. I know I am, because I'm very good. I know I would be. You know what I mean? Especially in a debate like this, even though his resume is way out there. Now, he may wind up whooping me, but trust me, resumes don't fight. So when we talked about Bud Crawford's resume, resumes are good indicators of the ability, experience, and they're indicators, though. Accent on the word indicator. They're an indicator, without a doubt. But an indicator is not everything. It's just that. It's an indicator. It indicates. It gives you an idea. It doesn't give you everything. It doesn't. Just like Deontay Wilder. His resume is just an indicator. His technique and his form, when you look at him, is just an indicator. It's just an indicator. It will establish you at a certain level. But if you're undefeated against somebody and you say that you don't think these guys' resumes are that good and you can shoot every one of them down, that doesn't mean that if those people had been better, that means that Terrence Crawford still wouldn't have beat him. If Terrence Crawford had fought the same Kell Brook at the same time that Gennady Golovkin beat Kell Brook, Terrence Crawford still may have whooped him, still may have knocked him out. We don't know. The fact that he knocked out David Avanesian doesn't mean that he wouldn't have knocked out somebody else too. It just shows that David Avanesian wasn't good enough to beat him. So since he's not lost, you can't tell me anybody that is better than him in the ring than Terrence Crawford is. So really, what you can get an indication And you can say that people are overestimating his resume as an indicator of his talent, but you cannot say with any certainty that his wins mean that he's not what he claims to be. Those are different things. Those are different things. I said in the lead up to the fight, and I'm going to maintain it now, that just because there's smoke and mirrors doesn't mean that there's not a dragon behind them. I use that picture many times. Just because it looks sweet don't mean it is. Just because there's a lot of pomp and circumstance and a lot of people are focused on it doesn't mean what is behind it is not solid. Doesn't mean that it's not solid. So I most definitely can say, in being fair to Terrence Crawford, which I always have been, that when I look at what he does in the ring, that he looks to be the best fighter because he does all of the things in the 4 scoring criteria of boxing. I will always tell you that I don't know what to make of he'll figure it out. And why? Because I don't know how to judge that. I don't know what it means. But I can tell you he has clean, effective punching in spades. He's got effective aggression in spades. He's got defense and he's got ring generalship. He has all of those boxes checked. All of them. So that is a complete fighter. And I don't know anybody that has a better balance in the 4 than he does, which is why I have him pound for pound. Pound for pound, however, is not real in the sense that when I'm comparing him to Monster Inoue or Usyk or Lomachenko, as we look at the 4 scoring criteria in boxing, that does not mean that he's going to beat those guys. I have Terrence Crawford number 1 pound for pound. I will take David Benavidez over him. I will definitely take David Morrell over him. If he goes up and fights David Morrell at 168 pounds, Terrence Crawford, with all his skill, with his well-balanced body, I take David Morrell by stoppage. Why? Because David Morrell is too damn big. He's too big. He hits too hard. He is too long. But is not going to hurt that man. He is way too much. Because that is real. I can say that you are a pound for pound fighter, better fighter than somebody that beats you. If they beat you in using one area. Deontay Wilder does not have as good a defense, ring generalship as Terrence Crawford does. Really doesn't even have better effective aggression. But clean and effective punching will have Terrence Crawford on a hashtag. Easy money. That's easy money, bro. That's easy money. Okay? That's easy money, bro. That's easy money. All right, son, who didn't show up. Any of you all want to debate me with that? Any one of you want to debate me on that? Really? I mean, for real, come pick on me. Don't do a meme. Come pick on me. I challenge any of you. There ain't nobody supporting the chat today. Ain't no super chats in the building. Ain't none of that going on today, obviously. So thank you for the support. You can at least entertain me. You know what I'm saying? You can entertain me. You jokes. Hey, Michael Dempsey, brother, thank you. Said love and support To Fanon, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support, brother. It means so much. It really, really does. It means so much. And Michael Dimps, again, big support for John Boy as well. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. So here's my link again. Here's my link. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, thank you, brother, for letting me know. Hold on one second. Thank you for the support and the PayPal, bro. Thank you, man. I can't believe that dude, bro. Hey, that's what's up to the supporters on Patreon, who I promise I'm going to start putting out more content, bro, on Patreon. Hey, good morning, Fanon. Just supporting the realist. Keep it 100 all day, every day. Thank you, Richard Paris. Thank you, brother. And my guy, hey, thank you, Mr. Denton, said peace and blessings. Hey, my bad, from Shoney D. Thank you, Shoney D. Thank you for sponsoring the live stream today, brother. Thank you for sponsoring the live stream. It means a lot, bro. Hey, thank you. I know you did, brother. I read that, Kamal. I did. Thank you, brother, for the I'm gonna keep it up here, bro. I'm gonna keep that up there. Thank you, brother. Now here's the link again, right there. There's the link. Now, any of you smart people that want to talk crazy, come on. Defend my notion. Do it. I'm more than happy to talk to you. But while we're at it, though, let's get back to Dillian White. Man, Dillian White needs to be tossed out of boxing. Without a doubt, bro. Dillian White needs to be thrown out of boxing. That's the only real answer that there is for that. That he needs to be thrown out of boxing. He tests positive again, if that's the truth. Let me see real quick. They want to okey doke, then they're gonna try to okey doke him. They don't say right here. They just said random it just says random anti-doping violation. You guys need to start throwing people out of boxing, man. Right? I don't see where it says. I don't see where it says that. Hey, brother, thank you, Isaiah Thomas. I support you, OG. Keep going. Plus, I have some young fighters. Do you do personal guidance? Oh, yeah, I do. Hey, Isaiah, yeah, man, for sure. Thank you, brother, for your support, bro. Thank you. Yeah, I do. Absolutely. Yeah, also, I mean, young men, I wouldn't do young women. I wouldn't do any guidance with young women. That is out of my bailiwick, brother. I wouldn't do that. Not if they're female, probably not. Because I don't want to work with young women because I'm married and I don't want any funny business. You know what I mean? There were hormones in the tea and crumpets. Yeah, you know what it is. Fanon, yo, they blocked Alon So Amazing for disagreeing with a moderator. Who is Alon So Amazing? Who is Alon So Amazing? So amazing. If you want to say with your piece, you can click the link if they blocked you. Click the link. Nato the Great said logical and intelligent boxing talk. Extremely rare on YouTube. Thank you. Hey, my pleasure, brother. My pleasure. I enjoy it. Thank you so much for your support. Absolutely 100. That's what I'm here for. You know, but yeah, to answer the other question, yeah, I would give advice, but just not to women. Just not to any women. But because now it's important. It's a beautiful time in boxing where I actually have to say that. But yeah, I mean, and not on boxing, but just in life in general and what's going on with you. Yeah, absolutely, I would. Anybody, whether they're a boxer or not, if I can help you, if I can be of help, I'll be of help. Thank you, Nato the Great. Appreciate you, brother. Mr. Tell It Like It Is said, if you can't fight fair, you don't need to be fighting at all, in my opinion. That's 100%. That's 100%. Absolutely. That's 100%. No joke, bro. That is 100%. But people say, hey, if it's the rules, it's the rules, I'm going to email you Monday. Okay, that's what's up, Isaiah. Hey, and thank you for the support, bro. Danny Garcia laundry fight. What you talking about? Yeah. Okay, thank you. We need you. Yeah, no worries, man. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, conversations like that for sure. For sure. That's not a big deal at all, man. And it actually it's my pleasure. Benjamin Norris said, don't let people draw you out when they got no IQ. No, I will let people do that. I don't mind at all, seriously. In my position, I have to do it. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here and take needles forever. No, I'm going to, every time you do that, I ignore a lot of people. I ignore seas of people. But whenever there's a new little thing that people want to say, no, brother, I'm going to get you. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, brother. I can't sit here and give my opinion and not be willing to respond to other people for their opinions. That would make me a hypocrite. And I'm not in the business of being a hypocrite. I'm on here to talk boxing. You want to talk boxing, jump on here and talk boxing. You're welcome. Now, we just so happen to have a little bit of a battle debate, what do you call it, culture on YouTube. A battle debate type of thing that people like to do. So I'm telling you, you can come over here and talk to me. Now, if you don't want to come over here, I'm not going over there. That I'm not willing to do. You can stay over there and do what you want to do. But you guys are all welcome to come on over here and say, and here's the link again. Here's the link again. But that's okay. We all know what the deal is. Burning sage is therapeutic, relaxing, and invigorating. Yeah, it is. Since we ignoring weight class, what is that, GM? I don't know who Benavidez. I don't know who David Benavidez is fighting next. I have no idea who he's fighting next. None. No idea who he's fighting next. We'll see. But I want to see him fight David Morrell. That's what I want to see. Andrade. Yeah, I did hear something of Michael Winters. Yeah, good. That's a good one. I did hear something about him, about Andrade, man. Kenneth Mujini, your device is not connected, so I can see your name, but I don't see you. Yeah, I did hear something about Boo Boo. So come on, man. Y'all get up here. Somebody get up here and talk boxing. No, there more than likely somebody we'll see if somebody wants to get up here and do what they want to do. Because I'm here. So there's no need to talk to a meme. There's no need to type to a meme. Paulo Santo on deck too. Okay. Morrell over everybody 168. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, dog. I like both David Morrell and David Benavidez. I like both those dudes. Like both of them. Very, very good fighters, bro. And I think that is just I think that's two young fighters, man, absolutely excellent, bro. I just don't understand why they put Tank at everybody in other weight classes so that they can get views on their videos. That's why. Gervonta Davis won't fight Crawford. Charlo won't either. That's a good conversation. That's a good headline I just did there. Because I want to talk about Gervonta Davis. I do. But it's just not around his fight right now. I think Gervonta Davis is one of the top 3 pound-for-pound fighters in the world. I'll put him right after. Actually, right now, I think I got him at number 2. I have to redo my list. I got Terrence Crawford number 1. I got Terrence Crawford number 1. I think I got Gervonta Davis at number 2. Fahim Sator said, please explain why. Why what? Why what? Explain why what? Bird 101 said, Fanon, how do a person who have been caught cheating know that they may still try to cheat because they're going to get over, bro? There's a lot of these people cheating. Also, maybe he didn't cheat this time. I don't know the facts of it, but I'm not trying to read these guys' minds and say why they do things, because that's just, that dog, that's just not gonna work, bro. You gotta, whatever's going on with you, Mung Gene, yeah. I can't. You got device not connected showing. Charlo and Tank won't fight, but bad boat. But okay, here. Charlo is already at 168. That's done. He's moving up and fighting 2 weight classes up. He's not going to then drag his body back down to fight Bud for 3 belts. That's why. Gervonta is not going to fight him because Gervonta is a 135 pounder, and Terrence Crawford is not going to be willing to come down to 135. That's the simple answer. If Terrence Crawford wants to fight Gervonta Davis, you got to go down to 135 to do it. And Terrence Crawford will be walking around like a skeleton if he does. He won't make the weight, and he'll kill his body doing it. So he's not going to go. So Terrence Crawford's not going to do what's necessary to get the fight, even if he was interested in the fight. Also, Terrence Crawford and Gervonta Davis are radically different size fighters. One guy started his career at 126. The other started at 140. I saw Gervonta Davis. I've personally seen Gervonta and seen Gervonta, and I've seen Terrence. Terrence is much bigger than him. That fight's not going to happen. And then financially, it's not going to happen. Exactly, because that's what you said. I bet Bud walks into the situation thinking he's going to get 50-50, and he's not. Because Gervonta Davis did 1.2 million, and he was the A side. You did 650,000, and you're the B side. Also, there's no buzz around Terrence Crawford, just a bunch of crying. People aren't excited about Terrence Crawford and what Terrence Crawford's going to do next. All they're doing is doing a bunch of people trying to kill his next fight. Really. This is how these people are not Bud fans. I start doing videos about Bud and Jaron Ennis, and all you hear from these people are, no, you can't make the fight. No, you can't make the fight. Bud doesn't want the fight. He has nothing to offer but killing the fight. Just killing the fight. That's a legitimate, exciting fight for Terrence Crawford. That would be something where Terrence Crawford could solidify himself. If Terrence Crawford is better than Jaron Ennis, then dude, and he knocks out Jaron Ennis, good for Terrence Crawford. That's good for Terrence Crawford. Because not only did he beat the number 1 guy in the division, or he beat the next guy too. But you got everybody and their mother trying to shut the fight down. They're not Terrence Crawford fans. They're trying to sell pipe dreams about a guy that already left 154 pounds. You're calling out a man that already moved up to 168 and is fighting Canelo. If he beats Canelo, he's not fighting you. He's going to fight Canelo again. All right, we've got Mastermind, whose thing is not working. You're still not working. Mastermind. For now, what's your thoughts on Devin Regis? Man, I'm excited for that fight. I may go. I may go to that fight. Jackie Houston, I may go. I may go. I'll make my mind up at the last minute, but I really like that fight, man. I'm happy that I'm going to get to see Devin Haney at a weight class. I mean, where I know he's not going to be draining himself. So we'll see how his strength is. And we'll also see, now that he's been even more seasoned with the win over Lomachenko, we may see bigger and better things out of him. Mastermind, hold on one second. We may see bigger and better things out of him. So for me, I'm happy for it. Regis Prograis also gets a chance to get his name on the map by fighting a guy that's a top 10 pound for pound fighter. Just an excellent fight. Looking forward to it. And despite what anybody else would say, I like the fact that Devin Haney's champion in recess, because that allows him to go back down in weight and fight and defend his belts against whoever wins that WBC championship. And it's honorable of him not having gotten the franchise championship, which would have allowed him to do it. So he did it. I think he did it in an honest way. So all around, I really like that fight. And it's a fight where I'm glad that Devin just decided he was going to go up there and he was going to do that. I like that. I like that fight because Regis Prograis is also a very tough fighter. That's no easy win. All right, Mastermind, how can I help you?
Yes, sir. That Regis Prograis, like you said, very tough opponent. You know what I mean? He just fought the legendary Lomachenko, got past him in a close decision. Now he's going up in weight, trying to secure a supreme legacy. You know, it's a great time to be alive because I think we living in the best era of boxing with the great boxing. One of the best years in boxing history, 2023.
Awesome. Yeah, it is. It's great.
Uh,
So what
uh,
did you want to talk about? Because we were talking about that when you were already on.
yeah,
So yeah,
with I'm talking about the fights that you were talking about wasn't gonna happen with you said Crawford and Crawford
Jermel,
and yeah, you said Jamel and Crawford and Tank won't happen.
no, that won't happen.
So you saying Charlo gonna contend at 168?
He is contending at 168. Yeah.
So you don't think he coming back down? That's gonna be it. He's not coming
No,
back down.
no, I don't think
Oh,
he's going
okay.
to come back.
And what kind of
I mean,
chance?
I don't. 168 pounds. That's you're going to put all that on your body.
Right,
He's already been undisputed at 154. There's nothing he would get. There's nothing. He's already the undisputed champion at 154. He already fought there for a bunch of years and
right,
they
right.
cleared that division out.
Because
So
I was
there's no
wondering,
reason.
man, if he wanted to come. Because I didn't. Guy, they stripped Charlo and they stripped Devin Haney of his belt, but they ain't stripped Canelo. When his ass go up, he don't get stripped. But then when the
Yes,
brothers
he did.
go up, they
Yeah,
get
he did.
stripped.
Yes, he did.
Mhm.
He got stripped.
He's still
He got
undisputed
stripped.
168.
He got stripped of a belt. He got stripped of the IBF belt at 160 when he wouldn't take a mandatory against Sergey Deverenchenko. So technically speaking, he did get stripped.
You know what I'm talking about? But he didn't get stripped when he went up and fought Bivol.
Yeah, but nobody's ordered a mandatory on him yet, so there's no reason to strip him.
Mm,
Jamal
okay, I
Charlo,
see.
Jamel Charlo got stripped because they made an order and told him, if you don't fight, this fight doesn't take place near October, we're going to strip you. And they told that to Jermell Charlo before Jermell announced that he's fighting Canelo. So he went up to fight Canelo. And so they said, okay, well, we're going to keep our word and we're going to strip you. So they stripped him. Also, I don't really think they didn't really truly strip Devin Haney of the WBC title either. What they did was the same thing that they did for Vitaly Klitschko. When Vitaly Klitschko was the WBC champion, and they said, okay, no, you can be the WBC champion in recess,
Right.
so that these other fights can get made while you decide what you're going to do. And Vitaly Klitschko could have come back and fought for that championship right away at any point in time. It was a way that the WBC had decided that they were going to try to be more active, but yet recognize this guy as the champion and not being able to defend it at the moment. So what they've done with Devin Haney is consistent with what they did with Vitaly Klitschko before the fight, before Bermain Stavern became the WBC champion, and then ultimately Deontay Wilder after that.
But I think the best way for Crawford to do it is fight Boots and fight Tim Tszyu and then call it a day. Retire. That'll be
Yeah,
it. If he can survive that.
yeah, I mean, he can do whatever. Like at this point, really, he can do whatever he wants to do. I don't think though. I don't think that Boots is next though. Honestly, I really think that the person who would be next is Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman is the WBC mandatory, and they were like, you have to fight him. You have to fight Keith Thurman next. That was the guy that Arrow would have had to fight if he didn't fight Terrence Crawford. And then it may even be Stanionis before Boots.
That's a great tune-up to get you ready for Boots in it because you need a tune-up for Boots. because that's a hard fight to win. And Tim
Yeah,
Tszyu is very hard. So I think he could solidify himself as one of the greatest fighters if he could go out on top with those 3 wins. And I think that's a perfect time to retire 36, 37, undefeated, 43-0. I wish he could have got 3-time undisputed, but it don't look like that's going to be able to happen now.
yeah. And on top of it, and on top of that, Charlo ain't no easy fight. Like,
Hell no. Hell.
on top of
So,
that, Charlo ain't no easy money.
and that's why I wanted to ask you, if Charlo gets the upset against Canelo, does he replace Crawford as the #1 fighter pound for pound?
Not for me. Nope.
Okay. Okay. So you still have Crawford #1?
Look, for me, this is how I look at pound for pound. I'm looking at every area of scoring criteria that there is. I don't look at the resume necessarily. It's part of my consideration. But because if you are just, if you haven't had enough fights and you've not been in with anybody, then I could say, okay. But if you fought a former world champion, if you've proven yourself to be the top guy in your division or one of the top guys in the division, that's enough for me, because I know in politics and boxing that there are people that don't get fights for long periods of time because they're just like the Archie Moores and the Sam Langfords. And throughout boxing history, there are fighters that were very, very good fighters, but they never actually got an opportunity to fight for a title. So so if you look at their resumes, you may say, okay, well, they can't be that good because look who they beat. These other guys got a chance to fight them, where these guys might not have. But I look at the 4 scoring criteria of boxing, and I say who's the most well-balanced. And from there, I'll form my opinion. But I don't just look at the names on a resume or things like that, because, like, again, especially if you got an undefeated fighter like Gervonta, you can't tell me he doesn't have all of these things just because you haven't seen him fight somebody that would make you believe. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Me, I see his defense. It's crazy. I see his ring generalship. It's crazy. I see his clean and effective punching and his effective aggression. I see all of that in him. So I know he can do everything in those 4 scoring criteria. Now, what he'll do with Terrence Crawford in a fight, I can't tell you. But I'll tell you this: Terrence Crawford, if he's ever going to fight him, better do it at 147 and not 154.
Right.
Because if Gervonta's at 154, dude, then Gervonta's all the way full. And right now, Gervonta is fighting looking really, really thin, and he's still hurting cats. This is his first weight class. Where Terrence, this is his third weight. Really, it's his third weight class. I would say second weight class, but but at the end of the day, though, nah, man, I would look. And there's another thing that you got with Boots. Boots is very young. And Terrence is fighting guys that are older, and you jump up in there with somebody that I assume that you're around the same age as me. Them young boys be moving a little bit faster than you think they are. So yeah, that's my take on it, man. Yes,
that's
sir.
a good ass fight, man. I appreciate you taking my call, man. Keep the show alive. Great fight, great show.
Hey, anytime, brother. And I appreciate you jumping on. You take care of yourself, brother.
All right.
Okay, we have Bud, pound for pound, #1. Dude, and you run. Kids. Here's the link. We had a kid just kept jumping in the back and jumping in and out. Oh, that's right. Fernand Boots needs to get a shot of the champ. Yeah, man. Absolutely, he needs to get a shot. Look, he's earned a right for that belt. People to fight for that belt. That's why he deserves a fight. It doesn't really matter what you think of him. Hey, man, thank you, brother. My guy, Mr. McKinney, in that Cash App said, Marty Ma, Steve Mega from Detroit Life. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you for that support in the chat, brother. Thank you, man. Look, Boots is going to fight. Boots is going to get all them fights because all of the guys that are over there, including the guys for the WBO. So for Jaron Ennis, I mean, you guys can just get ready. Dude, are you going to jump off again, man? Or jump up here and say something stupid? Really? Please, what's going on, man? Okay? Now I'm gonna let you on again, bro. Please don't be a child. Seriously. There's no need for silliness.
Hello? I left because I had a phone call.
Okay, good. How can I help you?
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I got a few questions for you.
I'm not answering questions. What have I said that you have an issue with? And if not, and if there is something I've said that you have an issue with, let me know what it is that I said. And then I will tell you my response. Now, if you don't have an issue with anything that I've said and you'd like to make a statement, feel free.
I feel like you don't give Terrence his
Okay,
props,
let's
enough
stop.
props.
Let's stop right there. That is not something that I've said. What have I
I
said?
said I feel like you don't give Terrence.
I know you feel, and that's not anything that I said.
Okay.
So what have I said specifically?
Okay, prior to this phone call, you said that Terrence don't fight younger guys. Like, he fights a lot of older guys. He don't fight younger guys, which is true. But like, I feel like you don't fuck with Terrence like that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, there's literally, you're not telling me anything that I've said. You're just telling me you think I don't fuck with him like that.
But
what does fuck with him like that mean?
Bro, you making excuses for Errol, bro.
Bud, number one, pound for pound.
What up? Yes, sir.
Once again, what have I said that you have an issue with? Your feelings are your feelings.
You just said I could make a statement.
No, that's your statement.
Now, I have hella statements, but you keep talking over me. But go ahead. What were you saying, man? But yeah, you don't give Terrence his props. You've been honest.
Shut your ass up. I'm going to tell you something.
Oh my God. Sir.
You are just venting on me. If you cannot tell me something that I have said, specifically what I have said, all you're doing is talking about your feelings, which is a waste of my time because I have no control over what you feel. You feel that I'm not giving credit to him. That's what you feel. There's nothing that I can say about it. I feel that you are hating on me and do not listen to anything that I've said. Because you can't tell me anything that I've said that you have an issue with.
Could I make my statement?
You just feel. No, you cannot. You just feel something about me.
Man,
are you a mind reader?
You think you're so smart. You're not that smart.
Are you a mind reader?
I never said I was a mind reader, but
stop trying to read people's minds.
I'm not reading people's mind. You're not letting me make my statement.
Obviously you are.
I know you're kind of old. I know you're kind of old.
Child. You don't know what I feel. You're just talking. You saying me that I am old is nothing but being your feelings and you being disrespectful because you, son, are not old. So you don't know what it means. So unless you don't want to be old, I would suggest that you stop talking about what old people do.
You know, I see why Bud. I see why Bud.
Last time I checked, you want to be old, son. So if you do not want to be old, walk your ass in the middle of the street and get hit by a truck so you don't get old. You disrespectful, snot-nosed brat. I am not interested in what you think about my feelings. What have I said?
First
specifically, be a man, child.
You just told me to kill myself, dude. I should report you that to the fucking police.
Tell me. Well, I didn't say kill yourself. What I said was, if you want to disrespect age, the only way not to get it is if you pass away.
Bro, you're just like your moderators, bro. You take everything offensive, but let me
I'm not letting you do anything. This is my channel. If you think you're going to run off foolishness in my ear, you are nuts. What specifically that I said do you have an issue with?
Everything you say, I don't even know where to start. Let me start off with this first, man. You've been saying all this shit about Errol Spence, and then you've been downgrading Terrence Crawford, and ever since Terrence Crawford.
Finally, we can get to something. I downgraded Terrence Crawford, a person that I have in my pound for pound ranking. I would like to know specifically what I downgraded him from and where I downgraded him to. Child, in the midst of your temper tantrum, where did I downgrade him from?
Are you going to keep muting me because it's not a...
Yes, I am going to keep muting you. Because if I did not, you would be spewing all kind of silliness in my ear, which I, child, am not in the mood to hear. I am going to direct this conversation so we can get to something constructive. I'm going to facilitate this conversation so we can get to something constructive, and not you throwing a bunch of names at me.
Okay, first off, you said I can't mind read. You can't mind read. You called Terrence Crawford a duck, but you have no proof. You don't see no negotiation.
Yes, I do have proof. He turned down a fight. Right there. They were in a negotiation, and he said no to the fight. So at that time, I called it a duck. Why? Because he had a fight and he turned it down. Now, if you'd like to explain to me that he didn't turn that fight down, go ahead, because he did turn that fight down. And that's when I said it. Thank you very much. Now, as we continue to have a decent conversation where you do not bug me by calling me names and yelling in my ear, once again, what did I specifically say? Because that was the first time that you did one where I said he ducked that fight. And I explained why. He said yes to a contract, and then he turned around and fought somebody else. So I need for you to tell me, did he or did he not turn a fight down and fight somebody else?
Okay,
that's a yes or no question.
I get what you're saying, but hear me out.
Since you heard what I'm saying, then that's it. Thank you. Since you heard what I said, there's nothing else to say, because you can have your opinion about whether you call that a duck or not. And I have my opinion about whether I call it a duck or not. But since you know that he said no to a fight after he had said that he'd accepted it, then you know why I called him a duck. And you said, I heard you. So I know I speak. I'm black too. I know what that means. I hear you. That's an acknowledgement that I'm correct. Yeah, I hear you. Is there any other thing that I've said that you disagree with specifically?
You see, the thing about you is that, like,
I'm not interested in you judging me. We're going to stop that, because you keep trying to bring this around and making it about what you feel about me. That, sir, is what you call being in your feelings, literally in your feelings. I feel that you're in your feelings. You're telling me how you feel. I'm not interested. What's going on, Knockout Boxing 86? I'm not interested in your feelings, because they're your feelings, not mine, and I can't control them. So once again, young man, what have I said specifically that you do not agree with?
Bro, you keep cutting me off, but
you got that shit right. I keep cutting you off because you keep not doing what I ask. What specifically have I said that you have an issue with?
Bro, if you meet me one more time, I'm gonna eat your ass. But back to what I was saying.
You're gonna eat my ass? Is that what you said?
Nah, I ain't say that shit.
Nah, dog. That's exactly what you said. I'm gonna eat your ass. What the fuck is wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Bro, I wasn't talking to you, but back to what I was saying.
You were talking to me. You literally said that's what you were gonna do. Fuck wrong with you, man? Now, back to this. Leave all the, same sex stuff alone. And again, what have I said that you have an issue with?
And then you talk about Buzz pay-per-view and then downgrading him. Like, hold on real quick. Oh, yeah, his pay-per-views and stuff like that.
What specifically did I say about his pay-per-views?
Did you not say he was selling like 15K pay-per-views and stuff like that, and then you was downgrading him? And back to what
Stop right there. You're trying to run. Now you've said, did you not say that he did 15,000 pay-per-views? No, I did not. Somebody else said that. All I said is that they said it. I don't know how many pay-per-views he did. But that's what the numbers that were reported were. 15,000 on BLK Prime. Yes, that's what the numbers were.
Dude, I have a video of you literally talking about his pay-per-views.
Okay, you can have a video of me talking about Errol Spence Jr. saying he went to a farm and fried chicken in the middle of his farm. He still said it, even though I talk about it.
Okay, see? So you're saying you stating opinions about the dude that you...
No, I am repeating what somebody else said. Now, once again, what did I say that you have an issue with? I didn't say he did 15,000 pay-per-views. Somebody else did. Just like I did not say or create them saying that he did 675. It's in the news. Son, you're out here looking crazy.
No, you're looking crazy. You're not even letting me talk, but you keep...
I'm not, because I'm not crazy. What have I said specifically that you have a problem with? You managed to get out one that I said he was a duck. And then you said, okay, I get it. You said, I hear you, which means to me, okay, you got that one. Now I would like for you to move on to the second one.
Okay, now the second one, I'm going to go on to the second one. You downgrade Terrence Crawford and you use sources.
That's the first one. I downgrade him. I've already asked you about downgrading him. Downgrading him from where to where?
Bro, you're going to keep cutting me off, bro. Are we going to have a proper conversation?
We are. That's why I'm cutting you off, so we can have one. I don't know how many proper conversations you've had in your life, but I am not going to have a proper conversation where you throw your feelings at me and say things that not only can I not respond to, I know full well you have no knowledge of. That's called wasting time. That's not a proper conversation. A proper conversation is that you make a point about something that I say and you have an issue with. And after that, I respond, and then we go from there.
Still not going to let me talk. All right, first thing. When you said
Third thing.
You use sources online to try to use it as an excuse about Terrence. You say all this stuff. Errol Spence this.
Okay. I use sources online to try to make an excuse for Errol Spence.
See, are you going to let me talk? Let me use for an example. When I said that the 15K pay-per-view buys, you said I didn't see that. Online sales said.
I didn't say any of that you said, man. Look, man, you sound ridiculous. I use sources online to support what I say. You have an issue with me using sources to support what I say. That's what I'm supposed to do.
No, I never said that. I said
That's
that for
exactly
the
what you said.
when I said that, you said I have a video of you saying that Bud was selling 15K pay-per-view buys. You said, "Oh no, someone else said that." So
Because they did.
okay, so then when that goes down, you want to be like, when someone confronts you about that, you're gonna be like, "Oh no, they said that," but it's still something bad about that.
What's wrong with you, dude? Let me explain something to you, son. If I say that the AP, that the Wall Street Journal has announced that Joe Biden has won the presidency, I am quoting what the Wall Street Journal is saying. That doesn't mean that's what I'm saying. Okay? That's what he said. If Terrence Crawford says, I'm flying home from Vegas to Nebraska, and I'm going to eat a hot dog. And I say, Terrence Crawford said this, and you can see it where he said it. You cannot blame me for him saying that he is going to go get a hot dog when all I'm telling you is that that's what he said. If I tell you that somebody called your girlfriend ugly and you may not want to trust her, may not want to trust him, you cannot blame me for me telling you what he said.
I get what you're saying, but what I'm
And
saying is that
since you get what I'm saying, do not do that again in this conversation. That's number 2, young man. Proper conversation. Now, do you have anything else that I said?
I have a whole bunch. You didn't even let me finish my stuff, man.
Of course not. There's no need, because I have to get something out of you that is coherent and something I can respond to that is not your opinion about what I feel. It is not your feelings that you are trying to express to me. I do not want to be crude, but fuck your feelings. I don't want to be mean, but fuck what you think about me. I care nothing about what you think about me, nor am I willing to have a long conversation about it. I got it, what you feel about me, as soon as you started talking. Now, what other thing? Because now you're 0 for 2. Let's go for 3. What else have I said that you have an issue with that I guarantee you I will be able to get you to say the same thing again? All right, I gotcha. Let's get to the all right, I gotcha for the third topic.
Nah, I'm not 0 for 2. You're 0 for 2. Want to know how? Because you just said that you saying that Terrence Crawford was a duck was an opinion. You have no factual evidence, bro.
Shh. Shh. You don't need factual evidence for an opinion. Shh, child. You don't need factual evidence for an opinion. That's why it's an opinion and not a fact. However, I did give you the facts that support my opinion. Terrence Crawford turned the fight down.
Okay,
That's
but
a
it could have been for more money.
Doesn't matter. He turned the fight down. Could have been, would have been, should have been. Doesn't matter. I said it because he turned the fight down. That is a fact. That he turned the fight down, son.
You know you can't mute people in real life, right?
Excuse me?
You can't mute people in real life, bro. We're not having a...
Oh, this is real life. You just got muted. You absolutely can mute people in real life. I just did it. I am not a fake human being. I'm a real human being, and I really just muted you. What? You have a lot of ridiculous things to say, son. A lot of them.
Man, whatever, bro. You're just going to keep muting me. Terrence Crawford is the best fighter. I know you probably...
There you go. Terrence Crawford is the best fighter in the world. Here's my question for you. Do I think Terrence Crawford is the best fighter in the world? That's my question to you. Do I think that Terrence Crawford is the best fighter in the world.
I don't know how you feel. You even just said.
There you go. There you go. You don't even know
how you feel
you
about
don't
him being
know.
number one.
Yes,
you like contradicting
you know
yourself.
Why you
like
should
contradicting
know?
your.
Shut up. And I mean that with all kind of disrespect, son. I said this entire live stream, and I've said for over 5 years that Terrence Crawford is the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. I've said it for 5 years.
And then you wanted Errol to beat him, and then you've been saying all this stuff online about.
That is not the same thing. I said that he is the number one pound for pound fighter, and I ranked him over Errol Spence. I said he had every chance to win that fight, but I picked Errol by decision because of the style, is what I said.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Before the fight with Errol, before the fight with Terrence and Errol, do you think, after the fight, do you think, I'm gonna just answer this and I'm gonna get to the point.
Bro, you take a second and think. Stop stumbling all over the place. Take a second and think about your question. I'll take a sip of water while you think about it. Now that you've had time to formulate your question, continue.
You're just gonna mute me again, but you probably want Errol to have a rematch, and you want Jerome Boots Ennis to be.
You're telling me what I want. Do you have a question or not? That's what I want. That's not a question.
I'll get you with a question. Why do you dislike Terrence Crawford?
I don't.
Yes, you do. Because you always try to justify yourself when someone brings it up about him, you hating him. You always try to justify yourself. A 30-minute lecture.
Dude, you asked a question. I gave you an answer. I don't hate Terrence Crawford. Not at all. I don't even know him. I don't know him. How could I hate him? I've never met him. I've met him. I've seen him. I've been around him. Why would I hate that man? It's a boxing match. Why would I hate him? I don't even know him.
Okay, there you go. So how could I hate you if I don't know you? Because you said I hate you.
No, I don't know. I said I think I know what you feel about me. But that's what I use the word think. I don't know for sure. But I know what I feel about Terrence Crawford. I don't hate Terrence Crawford at all. I've made I've covered Terrence Crawford for years.
And then
celebrated many of his wins.
And then man, stop lying, bro. And then ever since
stop lying? You sure? Are you sure I've not done videos saying that Terrence Crawford was the number one pound for pound fighter in the world, not Lomachenko, not Chocolatito Gonzalez? You sure I've not done videos getting on Teddy Atlas because Teddy Atlas called Lomachenko the number one pound for pound fighter in the world right in the face of Terrence Crawford on ESPN? Are you sure?
Be real. Who's gonna put Lomachenko over Terrence Crawford? That's bro. Be honest, bro.
Honest. You're a dumb. You don't know anything. They've had Terrence Crawford. They had Lomachenko over the top of Terrence Crawford for years. Chocolatito too. Alexander Usyk too. And I said every single solitary time that happened that they were wrong, that the number one pound for pound was Terrence Crawford. And he's been the number one pound for pound for Terrence Crawford all the way. The only time I didn't have him there is after he turned down the fight with Errol. And even then, I put an asterisk on it and said it's because he didn't take the Errol fight. That's it. I've always given Terrence Crawford his credit for probably since you were, so I don't even know how old you are, but I suspect I've been giving him credit longer than you've known who he is.
I'm gonna need to see video proof of that.
I don't think you need to see shit. I don't care. I gotta show you nothing.
All right, first, I didn't mean to cut you off, but Kamel, I'll bully you in real life. You're goofy.
You'll do what to me? You'll do what to me in real life?
I'm talking to Kamel, Oz, not you. Kamel, Oz.
Bro. You talking to Kamel. You're not talking to me. You're talking to me. Bully me. Intellectually, I want you to bully me. I'm right here. Use your mind and your mouth, young man, to dominate me in a mental contest that we're having when you can't even keep questions straight.
I am, but you using a little admin internet powers to mute me and shit. Yeah, every time I hit you with facts, you just keep muting me, bro.
You haven't hit me with a fact yet.
I have hit you with a fact. You just stated that you use
What's the
opinions
fact you hit
to
me
call
with?
Terrence Crawford a duck.
Yeah, I did. And I explained it, and you said, yeah, I gotcha.
Okay, but you don't know why. You don't know why.
I did.
If someone has a rehydration clause, does that mean that they're a duck if they decline it? Is did
Hold on,
Charlo duck?
Listen to me. You are now asking things that are silly. If somebody has a rehydration clause, does it call it a duck? No. You know why? Because in order to have a rehydration clause, you had to agree to a fight. How can you duck somebody in a fight that you're actually having?
You're not letting me finish. I said it's
No, I let you finish. I let you finish. You said, if somebody has a rehydration clause, is that a duck? Obviously not, because they took the fight. How would there be a clause in a contract if you don't fight? Riddle me that.
You're not letting me finish what I'm saying. I'm saying if someone declines a fight because of rehydration purposes, does that make them a duck? Huh? Hush mode. Are you?
Yeah, I mean,
think about it. Exactly.
What I'm thinking about is this. That has to be the dumbest shit that I've ever heard. That's literally the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Okay, so you don't know what was in the negotiation.
First of all, let me explain something to you. Terrence Crawford did not get a rehydration clause. And we are talking about Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. Rehydration clause was not an issue. They didn't have one. So first, that doesn't apply to the situation that we're talking about. You're just trying to play a cornball trick. And number two, if somebody turns down a fight because of a rehydration clause, is that a duck or not? I don't know whether that's a duck or not, because you would have to tell me what the fight you're actually talking about is.
Okay, so you said that you don't know what's in the negotiations.
I didn't say that I don't know what's in the negotiations. I didn't say that. Nor does it matter, because I said the man turned down the fight that he said he accepted. What you're trying to do is bring up a bunch of facts that are not related to the subject matter we're talking to.
Bro,
we know that Terrence Crawford turned down a fight after he said, I accepted all of the terms. That's what he said. Since we know that he said that, your little scenario that you're pulling right out of your backside to distract the conversation does not apply to it. So I am not going to walk around the block with a bunch of what if this is and what if that's, because you will not admit that I can have a reasonable opinion about whether Terrence Crawford ducked based off the fact that he said he accepted the fight, and then he fought somebody else.
You're trying to justify yourself, bro. You're just proving my point
at all. You are desperately worming around looking for something. You're just desperately worming around, trying to change the subject. We went from how I feel about Terrence Crawford on pound for pound and whether I thought he was a duck and did I downgrade him. And I just think you really don't like him. And you wanted Errol Spence Jr. to win. This is more than enough time for the silliness with you, man.
Nah, you got to hold your first L, man. You got to hold your first L, bro.
Hold my first L?
You got to hold your first L.
Dude, let me be very clear, goofball. The more you talk doesn't mean it's an L for me. And I've had L's in my life. So I don't know what you mean by hold your first L. I've had plenty of L's in my life, a lot of them. This is not one of them. You do not even have a problem with what I said, and you admitted it. Okay, I see it. You want to argue with me about my opinion. That's my opinion. I justified it. Only thing you can do is disagree with it. You can't prove that my opinion was not wrong. I gave you facts supporting my opinion, not saying that that is some universal truth. If you feel like excusing Terrence Crawford for not taking that fight, that's on you. I would not argue at all if you said he didn't duck, because that's your opinion. You cannot argue with me about whether or not the color blue is better than the color red. You can't. And the only thing that is going on here is that you are having a prolonged discussion about whether or not me thinking blue is better than red is me hating on Terrence Crawford, because Terrence is red. I also have the right to want anybody to win a fight that I want. Still has nothing to do with whether or not I can back up my opinion and it's based on facts. Stop muting him, let him speak. No, I will let you speak when I feel like letting you speak. I don't know what you think this is.
Okay, see, first off, aren't you a lawyer? That which is good. Aren't you a lawyer? Because you just explained my point. You said you're using opinions about him that's not even factual, bruh. So you're just downplaying him, bruh.
An opinion is an opinion. It's not a fact. There are no opinions that are factual, because an opinion is not a fact.
Okay, but that's what you think. That's what you.
Yes, because it's my opinion. Dumbass. An opinion is by the very nature not a fact. Nobody's opinion about anything on this earth is a fact. It's an opinion. Are you going to continue to waste my time?
I'm not wasting your time, man. You wasting your own time, because you know I'm right. You know I'm right. You know deep down you don't like Terrence Crawford.
No, I like Terrence Crawford a lot.
Yeah, all right. So what? You brung Jerron Boots Ennis out of nowhere. After Terrence just beat the fuck out of Errol, bro. Terrence, but
I brought Jerron Ennis out of nowhere.
Yeah, you want Jerron to beat Terrence. Deep down, you know you want it to happen. You know you want it to happen.
Hold on. I brought Jerron Ennis out of nowhere.
Bro, look at your videos. Let me go to the videos. Let me go to your videos.
Dude, you are a moron. You think that I brought Jerron Ennis out of nowhere?
You wasn't saying nothing about Jerron fighting Terrence.
Really? You sure?
Hey, shut me up. Show me.
You sure? Sure? In this chat, put a 1 in the chat if before this fight you ever heard me talk about Jerron Ennis fighting Terrence Crawford. Put a 1 in the chat. I'm going to pull out witnesses for you. I don't want to go to my video because you're just pulling up shit out of your behind. Because if you ever actually listen to me, you would never say that. I've talked about Jerron Ennis for 5 years before anybody else knew who he was. Not anybody else knew who he was, literally. Bro. I got to be specific with young men like yourself. I've been talking about Jerron Ennis being problems for Terrence Crawford for at least 3 years. Jerron Ennis is 30-0 with 28 knockouts. He is the number 1 ranked contender. He is the mandatory challenger for Terrence Crawford for the IBF. You don't watch boxing, do you?
I do watch boxing.
Really? You watch boxing? How do you score a boxing match?
I do watch boxing.
How you score a boxing match?
I do watch boxing.
You watch boxing? How do you score a boxing match?
Bro, there's so many ways, bro. It's
no. How it could be specifically? I want you to answer this question for me. How do you score a boxing match?
The boxer, the winning the round, the fighter, bro. If a boxer is knocked down, like you mean like that, or like the who landed more punches and stuff like that. Ring IQ, ring generalship. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you don't know how to score a boxing match.
I do not score a boxing match.
You do not know how to score a boxing match.
Yes, I do.
Really? How do you score a boxing match?
I do not score a boxing match.
How?
If a boxer is knocked down or hurt enough to prompt a standing count from the referee, that fighter loses a point. You could lose a point by who was the more aggressor, who's landing the more punches. There's so many ways. I don't even know where to start, bruh.
Dude, you don't know where to start because you don't know the answer.
I do know the answer. I box. I have golden gloves, bro.
Sure you do. Sure you do.
I have golden gloves.
You box. You box, but you don't know how to score a fight.
I just told you how to score a fight. You're not listening.
Didn't. No, you didn't. You don't know how to score a fight.
How do you score a fight? Let me hear what you have to say. How do you score a fight?
There's 4 scoring criteria in boxing. Defense, ring generalship.
That's what I just said.
Aggression. Effective aggression and clean effective punching. No, you didn't say anything.
Did I not just say ring generalship in aggression?
Dude, shut your shit. Stop lying.
Bro, you having a midlife crisis, bro.
Stop lying, bro. Man, stop lying.
Stop lying. You could reverse the video. I said aggression and ring generalship. Only thing I didn't say is
stop lying. You said some silliness about if you punch and then somebody may get 10 for a round and it depends on how you punch. And no, bro, it's very simple. Every round in professional boxing is scored on a 10-point must system. If the round is even, you score at 10-10. If the round is one person wins the round, it's 10-9. If there's a penalty or if there is a knockdown, you can go 10-8 or you can go 9-9. But the basic scoring criteria is clean and effective punching, effective aggression, defense, and ring generalship. That is very, very specific. Very, very specific. And you do not know that, or you would have said that. That's how you score a boxing match. You did not know that because you're stumbling around explaining it in generalities. And amateur boxing is not scored like professional boxing. It is not a 10-point must system in the amateurs. The amateur is on a point system. I think you get a point for every punch you land cleanly. Those are 2 different rules. So you, sir, do not even know how to score a boxing match at all. It's very, very clear. Second of all, you come out here telling me what I've never said about Jaron Ennis, even though I've got at least 30 videos up talking about Jaron Ennis as being the man in that weight division. You're just making things up and stumbling around hoping for something because you think we're playing the dozens. That's what you want to do. You want to sit around here and crack mama jokes with me. Your mama jokes and call each other names. I think you a hater. Oh, man, your mama, man, you can fry bacon on your mama's neck. That's the kind of crap you want to do. Oh, man, your mama should have swallowed you. Oh, man, well, your mama can't swallow them because, all that goes in a booty. That type cornball shit you want to do, child. You do not know how to score a match. You just want to talk about your feelings. And then sit around and say, take my first L. Bro, I've been taking an L in life. Then you want to say something about a midlife crisis. Bro, do I look like I'm in crisis right now listening to your dumb ass who don't even know you're dumb? You don't even know you are. There's fools and there are real fools. And a fool doesn't even know what they don't know. Now bump your lips for a couple seconds and walk into something else.
See what I'm saying? The thing about...
Yes, I see what you're saying. And the thing about me is I don't give a shit what you think about me. None. Not near, none of it. You don't have a problem with anything that I've said because you don't know anything that I've said. You're just listening to other people and repeating nonsense that you don't even understand. So bark something for the last time because I'm throwing you out.
You like contradicting yourself. You say, oh, you don't care. I don't care what you feel about my feelings. And you talk, and then you hear over here muting me, bro. You like contradicting yourself.
No, dummy. Me not caring about what you think of my feelings and me not wanting to hear your mouth rumble are 2 different things. I don't care what you think about my feelings. And me not wanting to hear you rumble and talk are actually the same thing. Brother, you're not that bright, bro.
No, you not that bright,
I
man.
know,
You
I
just,
know, I know you think I'm not that smart, but brother, seriously,
I
I
never
don't
said
have
that.
to
I
be.
never said
I
that.
don't have to
But
be. Yes, you did. You actually did say that.
I never
I
said
just
that.
let it alone.
You're
Yeah,
a
you did.
lawyer, dude. Of
Yeah,
course
yeah,
you're smart.
yeah. No, you said it a while ago. I just let it slide. You
Yeah,
think you're so smart.
no.
You're not that smart. That's what you said. Now, bro, I listen to you. I know what you're saying. I know how much experience you have in life. I pretty much have a guess on how old you are.
All right, how old am I?
I know that younger than 30.
Bro, that's
Younger.
literally that's like me saying, oh, I know how old are you? Under 200, bro. Come on, bro. What's the exact age?
Hey, bro. You're between 15 and 30.
Say if you say it right, I'll literally leave, bro.
No,
I'll
clown.
literally...
I'm not going to predict your year.
All right, you're
I'm
literally
telling you,
between 15.
shut your dumb ass up so I can move on to the point. Thank you. I'm not guessing your age. Unlike you, I'm not stupid and going to say things that I don't know. I know you're a kid, is what I know.
Back to boxing.
You don't get to go back to boxing talk. You don't know boxing talk. You can't talk boxing.
I just told you ring generalship and aggression, and you just muted me and trying
What
to
are the other
justify
two?
yourself.
What are the other two?
You're trying to justify yourself.
What are the other two?
Defense and defense, ring generalship, aggression, and I said the other one.
First of all,
I said the
you
one.
don't know, so stop.
Hey,
You
at the end of the
don't
day,
know.
Terrence beat the fuck out of
Bro, shut up. You don't know. Everybody knows Terrence beat the fuck out of Errol. Everybody knows that. Everybody saw that. Ain't nobody contradicting you on Terrence beating the fuck out of Errol. Everybody saw it. Everybody saw it.
You're a butt hater, but you just don't want to admit it. You're a butt hater. You don't know why? Because
okay. Now look, is that enough? I'm a butt hater. You think I'm a butt hater. Good for you. You think I'm a butt hater. Okay.
I know you are.
You know I am. Great for you.
I know, because I know he said some shit about you on Twitter and some other YouTuber, and I know you mad at him about that, and you want him to get his ass
mad at
whooped.
him about it.
And you're gonna try to justify
what he said about me.
You know, I learned something about you. When you
Man, shut up, bro. You're not gonna have any amount of breath spreading stupidity about me, bro. When you said you wanted to eat my ass, okay? You up here talking about you want to eat my ass and thinking I care what you think, bro. Terrence Crawford at least knows who I am. I'm appreciative of the conversation. Now, I've had enough of you, brother. With you, child. I've had enough. Okay, now you show your face and put it on camera so we can see what you look like, you coward. And if you are not willing to show you my face right now, not only do I think you're an idiot, which I promise you, you have proven well beyond a reasonable doubt that you're an idiot. Show your face and prove you're not a coward.
I look better than everybody in your chat, bro. So let's not even go there.
Yeah, you look better than a bunch of people you don't see.
Bro, you're bald-headed, bro. You're bald-headed, bro.
You're right. I'm bald-headed. Show your face, coward. Show your face, coward.
You're bald-headed, bro.
Show your face.
Hey, I have the right to plead the fifth, bro. Hey, but back to what I...
Yeah, oh, you have the right to plead the fifth, which is the right to not incriminate yourself. What a moron. Whoa, boy, what a moron.
Show your stomach and I'll show my face. How about that? Show your stomach and I'll show my face.
Brother. Hey, bro, I don't want to see your body parts. I just want you to show me your face.
Show me your stomach and I'll show you my face. Show me your stomach and I'll show you my face. What's so bad about that, bro? Deal for deal, eye for eye, bro.
Okay, sure. You want me to show you my ass that you want to eat too?
Bro,
you want me to show you that?
Bro, you're too grown. You're too old.
You may have a thing. You may have a thing for fat people, bro. For all I know, I'm not about to show you my body. Show me your face. Your face. I'm not asking to see your chest. I don't want to see your chest, your stomach, your back. The fuck is wrong with you? Asking to see my stomach after you say you want to do something to my backside. Bro, do you not understand how bananas you show your face? Just your face. So we know you got enough courage to stand behind what you say. I want to see what your face looks like. So we know you're not a coward. You can walk by and my stomach looks like a million people's stomachs. Your face looks like your face. Be a man and show your face.
You not letting me talk. Show your stomach and I'll show my face. Because if I show my face, I probably think you're going to pause the stream and then probably jack off to it. Because how sexy I am, bro. So I don't do that gay shit, bro. Show your stomach and I'll show my face. How about that? Just get up and show your stomach and I'll show my face. Come on, bro. It ain't that hard, bro. I know I ain't ugly, bro. So I look better than all your ugly-ass moderators.
It's not about ugly. It's about identification. I don't care if you think I'm
what I
ugly
gotta
or not.
identify for. If you see me across the street, you gonna punch me? You gonna swing at me or some shit like that? Just show your stomach and I'll show my face, bro. I know I ain't ugly.
I'm sorry, dog. For whoever did it to you, I'm sorry.
Whoever did what?
Whoever didn't raise you right, I'm sorry. Okay? I'm sorry for whoever didn't raise you right, bro. But that's enough, bro. That's enough time. Have a nice day. Anybody else, brother? I don't know what that was. I can't even lie, bro. I just a child. Just a child is what that was. And I'm sorry. I apologize to every one of you for even sinking into a second for all of that silliness going on towards the end. That I owe you an apology for. I'm sorry for that last bit. And I apologize for letting him stay on that long. But I do, over the course of this week, want to see, for you guys to see what the type of people really are who are saying things in the chat and supporting these channels. That type of person. And any reasonable person would never be affected or offended by something that a person like that would say or think about you. Okay? Amazing. Deborah Booker in the building. Thank you, sister. Good morning, Fanon. Hope you have a good weekend. I'm enjoying the chat as usual because you always deliver the best when it comes to boxing and intellectual talk. Thank you, sister. And HM Pro said, just for support and having to deal with nonsense. Thank you, HM Pro. T. Wells said, for dealing with this dummy, salute to you guys. I mean, dude, this is what they do to our community, man. Why we need fathers in the house. Hey, North Star CMOS, thank you, brother. That's why we need fathers in the house. I'm sorry whoever's letting you down in your life, man. Because I promise you, I've trained my son way better than to do any of that. You need a daddy, man. For real. And I'm sorry for bringing it down for a second there. Show me your belly, bro. I'm not about to pull my fat belly out of here. I'm trying to get rid of it. What the hell are you talking about? You want me to embarrass myself? Yeah, let me embarrass myself. First of all, I wouldn't be that embarrassed, but dude, I'm fat. I'll already tell you. I'll tell anybody that every day. It is what it is. I'm trying to fix that. High blood pressure? Nah, my blood pressure is normal, actually. I have normal blood pressure. I don't even think I need to take medication anymore because I went without my medication for 2 days and my blood pressure stayed at 120 over 19 for 2 days with no blood pressure medicine because I stopped eating processed foods and salt and I've been working out and I've been eating better and I lost 20 pounds. So right now, I don't think I have high blood pressure anymore. I think I've remedied that. However, I'm going to still take the medicine and do the stuff until my weight is all the way gone and, kind of cycle off it with the doctor because I don't want to take any chances. You know what I mean? But see, that's being honest, man. No, that was not productive at all. It was highly unproductive. Hey, North Star CMOS, thank you, brother. Hey, yeah, that's what he said. He said, I will eat your ASS is what he told me. That's what he said. Literally, that kid said that to me. That if I keep cutting him off, he's gonna eat my ASS. That's what he said. Got out of his mouth. Like he got that out of his mouth. like what? It's crazy. And it made me unproductive, but I'm still gonna bill for this hour. T. Orlando Pearson in the building, man. Ah, man. Dog, it's serious, man. It's not a man, please. It is what, man, who knows, man? People use that word duck so much, man. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? My God, man. I mean, dude, come on, man. You guys out here like straight up. It's the kids, man. It's the kids. You know what they say. The government made parents scared to discipline kids. So the kids go to school and now the teachers are scared of the principal. The principal are scared of the principals are scared of the superintendent of the school board. The teacher is scared of the principal. The principal is scared of the superintendent. The superintendent is scared of the school board. The parents, the school board is scared of the parents, and the kids ain't scared of nobody. That one. Congratulations to Bud for being such a great champion, dog. No joke. So anyway, like I said, man, thank you for the content. Greg, what's up? Thank you, brother. Said from Holiday, funniest show ever. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Fanon is flabbergasted, man. I'm flabbergasted, all right. You got that right. I'm flabbergasted. I don't believe you guys got your kids out here acting like this. You ain't trained your kids. You ain't trained your kids at all, huh? I'm surprised you can wash your backside, bro. It's that bad. Come on, man. Hit that link. I've been on here, man. We still putting in work. Anyway, though, kids say the darndest things. Oh my God, they're amazing, aren't they? Oh, that's that dude. He went through a lawsuit. You're not letting me talk. You got that right. I'm not letting you talk, you moron. Hey, wait, T. Wells, what's up, brother?
What's up, Fanon? How you doing today?
Now I'm just trying to get over that L I just took from that kid.
I like to apologize on my whole generation because that's on us for not beating him up enough. You know, I'm 35 and he's probably old enough to be like my little cousin. So I apologize for not slapping him in the head enough and showing him what to do. I apologize.
No worries. It was our problems for not doing it to enough of y'all.
Hey, I got slapped up around pretty good through my brothers and older cousins. As a matter of fact, my brothers tell me to this day, that's the reason why don't nobody mess with me, because they made sure of it.
You know, hey, man, you got my brother. Hey, dog. There you go. What's up? What's on your mind, brother? What's on your mind, T. Wells?
I got something that I don't agree with.
Okay. Thank you. What is that, sir?
I want to know why you go hard on my boy Nico.
Nico Ali Walsh? Dog, look, man. Hey, dog. I mean, come on, man. Don't make me talk about the
No.
dog. Don't make me talk about the man. I like Nico.
No.
He's a real dude. You know,
He
I like
is.
Nico Ali Walsh.
No, but actually, this is the reason I was calling, because
Yes,
I actually noticed something. This Terrence Crawford Errol Spence fight, and it actually reflected in the pay-per-view buys. And this is just my theory, my opinion, and y'all can take it for what it is. Okay. We as Black fans, we support boxing. We are the number one supporters of boxers. And the reason I know this is because I have a lot of Hispanic friends on my block, my neighbors. A lot of Hispanic neighbors, I love them. They the best neighbors ever. I'm not even gonna lie. If I need anything, they go be there for me. But when it comes to boxing, they always order the fights, but it's only when the Latino people are fighting. Black fans, we order the fight no matter who's fighting. And I've noticed that. And this past fight, when Terrence Crawford was fighting, everybody on the block who bought the fight was my black neighbors. None of my Mexican neighbors about the fight. And normally I see them in the garage throwing parties, fight parties. Didn't see one.
There you go. That makes sense. Are you there still?
I'm still here. I was just trying to get your idea based off of kind of that right there. And that's just my observation. And I got a lot of friends I see on social media, who are Hispanic, and they're always posting online when it's time for, whether it be Canelo, T.O., whoever's fighting, they're out there watching it though. But I didn't see anything for this Terrence Crawford fight. But all my other black fight friends who always, support no matter who's fighting, because we like boxing.
And now watch. Now let me if you don't mind, can I address that?
Uh-huh.
All right. So I've said for a long time that how I believe pay-per-views work. What this just showed was 650,000 pay-per-views, or what you can bring to the table if you activate the black boxing community and black boxing fans for a fight. 650,000. And if you activate the black fans and you get the Mexican fans, that's when you pop over 1 million. It's not all about somebody stealing pay-per-view. It's about So this actually shows the strength of the black dollar in boxing, this particular fight. And the sad thing about this fight is that many people, like that ignorant young child, spewing all that stupidity, is actually going to drive away many of the black boxing fans away, because those fans, in most part, were fans of Errol Spence Jr. and not Terrence Crawford, which is why when you do videos about Terrence Crawford and these particular topics, those videos are not doing as well as the ones that you told, where you're still talking about Errol Spence. So you have people from outside the black boxing community, who are really gleeful that Errol Spence Jr. lost, but at the same time, note what they're doing. They're saying that Bud should not fight Jaron Ennis, right? He should not rematch Errol Spence. He should fight Jermell Charlo. And that pay-per-view is not going to be as big because Jermell does not have the following that Errol Spence Jr. does, right?
Nowhere close.
So basically, they are celebrating, from my perspective, and listen to how they phrase the things that they're saying, and listen to who the people are that are saying it. They are celebrating the loss of a legitimate black American star in Errol Spence Jr. to somebody that was fighting on ESPN and Top Rank, who they consider to be the enemy of the PBC. Same thing with Wilder and Tyson Fury. But when it comes to Tyson Fury, they're not going to support Tyson Fury in the United States. This is where Kamal Oz talks about the corporate media, right? And the fact that the corporate media puts this line out or that line. I would like to call out, as you mentioned, this Christiana Poncher, who put out something about Jaron Ennis and how boxing heads know he's not ready. And I say to myself, and look, that's what they say. That's what Tim Bradley is saying. This is, oh, no, we don't want to see that fight. Why? Why wouldn't you? Because everybody that looks at this and knows. Do you know what happens if Jaron Ennis gets that fight and he beats Terrence Crawford? What happens for Jaron? Jaron is going to go.
He shoots up.
Jaron Ennis is the next of all the young fighters that have not been on pay-per-view and not gotten a big fight. Jaron Ennis is most uniquely positioned to be the man. Because right now, all the Errol Spence fans who you say, oh, you just wanted Terrence to lose and all that, you better believe there's a lot of people that wanted Terrence to lose. You can talk about whether it's me or not, but you know damn well there's a lot of Errol Spence Jr. fans that wanted Terrence to lose.
Hey, I'll be 100. I was one of those Errol Spence fans who wanted Terrence to lose, and I'll be honest, the way I look at it is that, though, I see that not even based off of liking Earl, but look at it the way that Earl will carry the sport of boxing further based upon the way that he is versus Crawford.
But listen, here's the thing. It really doesn't even matter why. Did you buy the pay-per-view?
Yeah.
That's what matters. In this conversation, that's what matters. You bought the pay-per-view. If say there's somebody else like my friend I got several friends. I promise you ain't buying the next Terrence Crawford pay-per-view, whoever it is, because it's not Errol Spence. It's not a big fight. It's not going to do it. So
if it's Boots, I'm buying.
If it's Boots, but that's what I'm saying though. Boots is in his position. And first of all, he's a welterweight. He's a knockout artist. He's highly skilled. When you look at his highlights are bananas. So that's just somebody that you know is the next guy coming up. And these people are trying to act like he doesn't deserve the fight. He's not ready. We already know the outcome. It's never going to happen. They just don't let it happen. It sounds just like what they did with everybody that wanted to fight Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo Alvarez didn't want to fight. Hey, but let me push on a little bit though, brother. I appreciate you, T. Wells.
No problem, man. You have a good one. I'm gonna go ahead and knock out this account, man. I'm still listening.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's what's up. All right, get back, brother. Shoney D in the building. I'm sorry. Let me get a Shoney D. What the fuck is going on with my dog? Oh, I'm sorry. Northern Sea Moss. Much love for that $1.99, brother. Thank you. And Northern Sea Moss again. Thank you, brother, for that support. Shoney D in the building said, blessings, peace and blessings. Had fun with the roast session. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It occupied time. Timmy Chip said, hold on one second. Sorry about that. My dog was going nuts. Hey, bro, I'm in here, bro. 41, 1982, baby. This week, super chat, but school back and shopping, and I start Dr. Chips GoFundMe. That's what's all right. Thank you, bro. Said hashtag no PhD. Man, these dudes be wilding, bro. So yeah, man. Just came in and almost missed the whole thing. Hey, man, yeah, I'm glad you're here, bro. You know what we're gonna be doing every day, bro. We do it every day, dog. We do it every day. So heavyweight's been, yeah, dog. I'm telling you, these dudes do not want the PBC to be successful. That is the number one thing in these guys' boats, bro. It's literally the number one thing that these guys are on. Hold on one second, let me hit this mute on this. That's the number one thing that these guys are on, dude. And they are just so they are rejoicing that there's a failure of the PBC, not the boxers. I'll leave it. I don't mean like Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley, I actually kind of understand Tim Bradley, because Tim Bradley he got a lot of smoke from a lot of people. You know what I mean? He got a lot of smoke. From a lot of people. So there, I can completely understand why somebody like that would be my being is, willing to be like, yeah, I told you the whole time. I told you. You know what I mean? What is this? Hold on one second. I don't even know what that thing says. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on one second. Hold on a second. 1 second. All right, there you go. All right, sorry about that. I had to do something real quick. 99% of fighters will lose. A few undefeated retirees don't change that. The majority got to be okay with that. Likely means sport is in a good health. Yeah, people are going to lose if you do that. Kevin Owensby's, hey, Fanal, first time catching your live, bro. Hey, that's what's up, man. Thanks for coming by. But does anybody else? I've been on for like 2.5 hours. If cats want to jump on, man, come on, jump on. I thought a dude was going to actually show up and we could have some fun, but it didn't really happen that way. Yeah, it really didn't happen that way. But yeah, man, it just seems to me that that there's just a split in boxing, and there's really that Top Rank really has its act together with its media. Hold on 1 second. Kobe, how can I help you?
You can't get rid of me, bro. I'm like a crazy.
Okay, C King. Some support for being late to the live. Hey, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. I don't know what anyone might go. Much love, brother. Yeah, you know what it is. It's Ass Eater showed back up. Wild. Cats be wild, bro. Real wild. Anyway, there's a link for any reasonable person, bro, that wants to talk. King, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. King, hey, King, jump on the chat. Where you at, King? He said, wow, people be crazy. Hey, man, I'm telling you, Kevin Owensby, there's really wild people out here, bro. Like, for real. Really, really, really wild people, bro. Really wild people, dog. They just will say anything to get a little attention. You know what it is. Shout out to King. King was in his feelings yesterday. Somebody had put a battery in King's back yesterday. Somebody started serious. Since he jumped on it, he had a full-fledged battery pack on. I've never seen Bud dominate a fighter on Spence level like that. So I believe the doctor. Reggie Perkins, don't do that. That's not fair, bro. That doctor that's just low to me. That's just low. It's low. It's not, it's unethical of the doctor. I think it's bad business even to be, because like, dude, it's boxing and people get hurt and he definitely didn't look right. But still, man, you don't do that. That doctor did something. If he's a doctor, I don't even know if he is a doctor and what he's a doctor of. Because when I'm saying, I'm not saying that I doubt that he is. I'm just saying I don't know if he is because he doesn't show his face. He didn't give his name. And he very well may have, called in on the show and gave an innocent, honest, his opinion, but still he's not supposed to do that because it is not fair to Errol Spence to diagnose him. And then people keep talking about all of these excuses I'm making. Believe you me, the only reason that I did any of those videos is because you guys threw that man, because the people claiming he can't make excuses are out there calling him a walking corpse. Like, my God, man, you're gonna box him in like that? Fuck it. Hey, this is what this guy says. That's what that guy says. Dude, no way. I'll do it as a public service. They can all jump on me and say I'm making excuses. Good. So what? Y'all don't like me anyway. This is Kamal Oz. What's up?
Yo, ball.
You didn't even, first of all, I knew you were Kamal Oz because that's not his thing. Second of all, dude, nobody heard what you said, man. You're out here. Hey, dog, let me tell you something, dog. You may want to go sit down and go to sleep because you got your ass whooped and embarrassed really, really bad. Okay? You legitimately tried to do something and failed miserably. I whooped you worse than Terrence Crawford whooped Errol, and that's saying a lot. Errol made it out of round one. Say what you want. Errol made it out of round 1. You didn't even get to the ring. I whooped your ass in the hall jumping out that dressing room. You didn't even make it to the rim. You didn't even make it to the ring. I just whooped your ass in your dressing room. Anyway, this is a sick generation of young men. I know he's hurt. He's all right. He's hurt, though. Fahim said, tell him he has to change his name to Ass Eater #1, and you'll let him back on. Yeah, change your name to Ass Eater #1, and I'll let you back on. Change your name to Ass Eater #1, bro. Oh, it's Renee Box Young. It's really Renee Box Young. What's going on, Renee Box Young? How you feeling, man? You're on mute. You're on mute, brother. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Yeah. My fault. What's going on, man? Everything good on your end?
Man, I can't complain about a good. I can't complain about it. I can't complain about a good thing. I'm having my life is nice right now. What about yours, sir? How are you?
Oh, it's great, man. It's splendid. I'm on vacation right now. Just, woke up kind of late and just kind of enjoying it, man. Enjoying these days off I have, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's on your mind, man?
Just, generally, what's the topic? I mean, I see it that guy, that weirdo, was kind of bugging you and stuff. But what's like the general topic? Just any boxing.
It was just people. On the title of it is Gervonta won't fight Crawford or Charlo. That's because people are talking about what Terrence is going to do next, and obviously, that he has to take the Errol Spence rematch if Errol decides to go through with it, which he may or may not. That's up to him. I support his decision either way because he's a grown ass man and can make a lot of money. But Gervonta Davis, a fight with Gervonta Davis, I think is ridiculous and will never happen. And Jermell Charlo is not going to stay at 154 to fight Bud when he's about to go get retirement money from Canelo Alvarez.
I think right on. I mean, it's a lot of things that stem from one topic, you know what I mean? Because that's boxing. That's the beauty of it, like I had a question actually about that, like about Mel. After fighting Canelo 68, at 68, Mel got stripped from his WBO belt, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, for not fighting the Mando and Zoo or what have you. Would you think it would be kind of dangerous, like after Mel fights Canelo, whatever, the result may be, do you think it would be kind of dangerous for him to go back down to 54?
Extremely dangerous because he let his body get used to being fight. Because he said, they said he may come in the ring at like 163, 164, but not all the way up to 168. Because no need to like overly bulk up and slow yourself down. You need to be, a little quicker and faster. So, that's kind of like what happened with Roy Jones Jr. at heavyweight, coming back down to fight Antonio Tarver and stripping your muscles down like that again, especially at the age that Jermell is 33, 34 years old. By the time that fight happens, I don't think that'd be a smart move at all for him to do that.
And do you have like an assessment on who would win? I think Mel got the skills definitely to beat Canelo, man.
Man, it's interesting. I haven't really looked at it. But I will say I think that it is a lot closer fight than people think it is. I definitely believe in Canelo Alvarez's ability in the ring. I mean, he's a very, very good fighter. And fighting Jermell also is a very, very, very good fighter with good power. So why I don't believe in the invincible Canelo Alvarez kind of thought. At the same time, I think, I may favor Canelo in it just if I'm putting money on it and I would favor Canelo. But I would not be surprised if Jermell upset him because Jermell can box and he's more active than Canelo is. And he's a big puncher. So he has good footwork. He moves well. He's physically as big as Canelo is. I think he's longer than Canelo Alvarez is. So, man, I mean, I think that there's a legitimate chance, especially as Canelo Alvarez is not really looking that good in his last several fights. And now he's going to get in with somebody that's much faster hands than he's been in the ring against in a very long time. as far as, the speed of Jermell Charlo coming up from 154 to 168. But I honestly, man, I take my hat off for Charlo. I mean, Canelo taking the fight. Of course, I would rather see, and I agree with Kamal Oz and the other people that say that they would rather see a fight with David Benavidez or David Morrell, but at the same time, man, it's a great year in boxing, man. So, I'll take it if Jermell gets his ass whooped. I mean, Jermell gets his ass whooped, you get your ass whooped. And I'll be there paying the pay-per-view to watch it. That's what I think about it.
Yeah, I definitely agree, man. Ever since this information came out, it was a straight 180. We all thought it was Maul. And when it came out Mel, I was like, freaking A, that's awesome. That's awesome. You know what I mean? And now, unfortunately, it's not going to be the whole, the theme that they were coming at it with, as far as like the poster, you saw it, undisputed versus undisputed. I guess that's no more because they stripped. That's I don't know, man, because it's a trip. It seems like the sanctioning bodies have different tolerances, right? I mean, like you see the WBC, they can extend, certain time periods for fighters with belts, and WBO, man, they just straight strip Charlo. I don't think that's right, man. You know what I'm saying? They should have left him with that undisputed to go up to fight Canelo, and then after that he can go back down if that's his choice, But all in all, man, I think this is a wonderful fight, man. I definitely do, and I agree, man, that I think that this is it's going to be a tough fight for Canelo, man. It's going to be a tough fight, man. I think a lot of people are undermining Jermell Charlo because of the jump up in weight, but Jermell is going to be more than ready, in my humble opinion. When's the fight? In September?
I think it's late September.
Mid, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's not that same September 16th, like right around that 14th to 16th. I think it's the week. I think it's not the third weekend or the second weekend. What is it? That would be the second weekend. It's not usually like that really big, whatever that really big date is
Mexican
on the second
holiday
weekend.
thing,
Yeah, on the second weekend of September. I think it's going to be like the last weekend of September. But I mean, it's a really, really good fight. As soon as we don't really have nothing, I will tell you something I am happy about though. Man, there's so much less talk about this Jake Paul fight than usual. Like, God, dog, I'm glad we ain't talking about that fight, man. No joke. So happy we're not talking about that fight, man. Yeah, so what else you got on your mind, man?
I mean, it's several things, I'm saying? There's always something in the sport. Like, I was going to mention also with you, I actually woke up this morning thinking, like, what's up with Benavidez, man? He's been quiet. Is he going to fight Morrell? What's going on there, man?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I heard something about Andrade. I think I heard something about him fighting Demetrius Andrade. Yeah, Demetrius. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, let me get say his name right. I've heard something about him fighting Demetrius Andrade. And then I don't know who David Morrell's gonna fight. I think that was probably, I don't know how gung ho they are that Benavidez is the jump in there with Morrell. That's a 50-50 fight right there. Like, and that dude and Morrell is like straight animal. So, yeah, that's kind of what I think about that.
Wouldn't it be like kind of the same, not same, obviously. I mean, these guys are all different, but like a kind of a similar concept with what we saw, like I said, not the same, but like, with Spence versus Bud in the lead up to the fight, a lot of us were talking about, and I agree, definitely, man. I've talked about it too, that Spence, Bud Crawford's competition level before Spence, it didn't convince me, man. And wouldn't you think it would be the same argument with like Morrell versus Benavidez? Like, man, look at Morrell, the guys are fighting. I mean, I understand the only like legit fighter that Benavidez has fought, maybe Plant.
Yeah.
But what do you think is the same argument also?
Yeah, they say the same thing, but I'll say the same thing. Same thing I said about Bud. Resumes don't fight. Resumes, you don't punch somebody. You ain't pulling out a box rec printout and slapping somebody in the mouth with it. When you get in the ring, it's what you're gonna do in the ring. And at a certain point in time, every fighter that you consider to have a good resume at a point in time didn't have it. And you got to be able to get in the ring. And that's why I talk about like with Jaron Ennis and Terrence Crawford. Like Jaron Ennis has got 30 fights. What you want him to wait till he's got 40? And he's ranked in every one of the sanctioning bodies. He may never be ready for Bud. The truth matter is 99.999% of fighters will never be ready for him, no matter how many people you put him in the ring with. So why should Jaron Ennis like just say, oh, well, no, I'm not going to do it because no. Who else? And on the other side, who is Terrence going to fight? Who is Terrence going to fight that is going to beat him. You know what I mean? So since that's the case, Terrence is supposed to fight against the best guy. Same thing for actually Canelo or David Benavidez. And again, the other thing, the problem with David Benavidez and David Morrell is neither one of them they're both secondary champions. So neither one of them actually have the major belt. So if you're looking for belts, they all are in line to fight Canelo, or maybe they'll be in line to fight Jermell if Jermell beats Canelo twice. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I got a cat right behind you, brother, though.
Right on. Hey, thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much.
Man,
Peace out. I'll be tuned
in. Renee, it's always good. And it's also always good to see you on Twitter. Always nice to see your name across.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Right on, my guy. Peace.
You take care, brother. Thank you, man. That's a professional, nice guy that is so nice to talk boxing with. Rollo Green. How can I help you, Rollo Green?
What's going on for now? Thanks for having me out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good with you, sir?
I ain't doing much. Just back with the logic, man. Yeah. I don't want to see Bud shouldn't fight Tank Ennis if he stays at 140. I'd rather see Bud go to 154 and clean the division up, try to become undisputed 3 times. I think that'll be bigger for his career than fighting, especially Tank. I don't even see why they even. I mean, I understand it, but Tank coming up, he's already complaining about going to 140, but y'all want him to skip to 147. These theories I don't understand. You know what I mean?
No, man. Hey, Rollo, they must want if they talking about Tank fighting Crawford, they must be wanting Crawford to go down to 135. Because that's the only way that shit's gonna happen.
Right, and we know
down to 135.
And we know that ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
there ain't no reason in the world there's no reason in the world for Tank to go meet him at 147. Tank's the money. Incel said Bud would fight Tank. No, he would not at 135. He ain't gonna kill himself to get in the ring with that guy and give up all that money. Not gonna happen.
Right. Yeah, that just ain't it just don't fit the script. Ennis, I understand him not if he stay at 147, he gotta fight Ennis. I mean, ain't nobody else to fight. You know what I mean? But I got him going to 154. It's just bigger for his career. Let that young pup.
Oh, you got disconnected. That wasn't me. That was your phone, bro. There you go. You're back.
Yeah, let that young pup clean up 147. You know what I mean? Let Bud go to 154. I want to see him try to catch Mayweather's record. For real, I think he can do it. I think he got 3 more good years of fighting. Maybe get in there and catch him a second round KO and schedule an early fight in one of those years. I want to see him catch Mayweather, and he can do that cleaning up 154. Ain't nobody up at 154, especially if Jamel, stay at 160 or 168. Ain't nobody at 154 that's messing with Bud.
I'll tell you somebody that Bud need to stay away from at 154.
Who's that?
Sebastian Fundora.
The 6'12" guy?
Yeah, that dude.
Man, cut it out for now.
Awkward as hell. No, dog, that dude's awkward as hell.
He is gonna slip that punch and knock that boy clean out.
Man, you better reach him. You better reach that. You better reach him.
He gonna fight him on the inside. Yeah, dude don't stand a chance. He gonna break him down badly.
I'm just telling you. That dude right there is an awkward fight. And he is really big.
He's too slow though.
Skill wise and all that, yeah. But just the size and the funniness of that's funny. It's just real funny. But if he moves up, I could see Bud outboxing him or something. But it's just, or maybe knocking him out. But I'm just saying that's an awkward dude. That's an awkward dude to fight.
Yeah, he is
awkward dude to fight.
He is. I like Fundora too, but Bud, yeah, I want. He ain't making it 3 rounds with the great Bud.
Yeah, who's at 154? Like, not Mendoza, not Eric. He'd get Erickson Lubin. He'll beat Erickson Lubin. Yeah, but see, that's when you said that division's already been cleared out. Like, that's the thing about it. But like, it's already been cleared out. Jermell already cleared the whole thing out.
Yeah, so he did. But just to go up and get a belt and become another division champion, and clearly
he's gonna have to fight Zoo. You're gonna have to fight Zoo.
Zoo's no bad. Zoo's another Australian hype. Them boys can't mess with. them
Yeah, I mean,
Australians,
I'm
dude,
not big on.
they
I'm
can't
not big
mess
on
with that
Zeus.
style of boxing.
Yeah, and no, I'm not big on Zeus. Zeus a punching bag.
Right.
Zeus
Yeah.
a dude he's a come forward punching bag that's going to get kit with everything but the super the kitchen
Right. But
sink
the
if he
kitchen
even walk,
sink.
walk through it. Yeah. Nah, I
Yeah.
don't have anybody beating Bud at one. I don't have anybody beating Bud at 154. I just saying that Jermell Jermell ain't coming. The Jermell ain't coming back down for that. So, I just don't know what's really out there for Bud. He's got the Errol Spence Jr. rematch, but other than that, I don't really know what's out there for him
So
because there's nothing at 154.
did they actually strip Jamel of the titles at 154?
I'm hearing mixed messages. I haven't actually looked at it. I know they will when he walks in the ring. I know that's probably what they're going to do. Once he walks in the ring, then he'd been in violation of the order that they made, which was for him to fight before October. So I think they're going to wait till September till he walks in the ring, and then he's at that point in time. Then they're going to take the belt. But that's whatever Bob orders type of stuff. And but not that it affects Bob Arum. But then Tim Tszyu is going to get the belt, and they'll be able to make a fight with Tim Tszyu. But they'd set a deadline on Jermell. I mean, a few months ago that they said, okay, we've been waiting all this time for this fight. Tszyu has been waiting all this time for this fight. You have until October to get the fight done. Otherwise, we're going to strip you. So I don't think that they're picking on him. I just think that they're following an order that they had already made. That's my take on it, how I see it.
And then I don't understand that. Like, how could Canelo keep bouncing up to what he fought 2 fights at 175 while holding the undisputed at 168?
No, his last two fights, I think, were at 168.
Right, but did he fight at 168? The fight in between who he beat Joe Smith for his 175 title?
No, well, Joe Smith. Who did Joe Smith get beat by?
Who did he beat for his first
got beat by
175 title?
Joe Smith got beat by Peterbiev. He beat Kovalev and dropped it. Then he went back up and he didn't win it the second time. He tried to fight for the belt of
Bivol.
Bivol, and Bivol beat him. After Bivol, I don't think he's been back to 175. I think both the Gennady Golovkin and the John Ryder fight, I'm pretty sure they're both at one.
Yeah, they was both at 160.
At 168.
Between what was the Arthur guy and the Bivol, did he fight at 168 and defend his titles?
He just did it 2 times. Oh no!
Right, yeah.
You're talking about he just defended him twice at 168 in a
no,
row.
Yeah, I'm saying though, he went and won the belt at 175. He went right for Bivol at 175 after that, right?
No, he was a 168 pound. I think he moved. I thought he fought 175 against like Kovalev, and then he came back and he got undisputed against Plant, I think. And then after Plant, I think that's when he moved up and he fought after Plant.
Okay. I understand that a little bit.
He went back there, and then after that, he went back down to 168 and he defended his the belts at 168 2 times in a row. So I don't think he's only had 2 fights at 175.
Right.
The Kovalev fight and the Bivol fight.
Right. So why Jamel? Why they not letting Jamel do that though? Why they don't trying to put the press on Haney? Haney defended. I think Haney might got the most undisputed title defenses right now in this current undisputed.
Not Haney.
Haney, yeah.
You talking about Devin Haney might have the most? I don't know. I think the most is probably
title defenses.
Most title defenses for undisputed is either. Well, he's had 2. I think Josh Taylor probably has 2 as well.
Right.
Also, Canelo's got 2. Canelo just defended it twice. He can finish it. John Ryder and Gennady Golovkin. That's 2. So they all have 2.
And they did it. The difference is Devin did it in a 4-month span, and they did it in a 4-year span.
No, I don't know, man. I think it was pretty quick. I can look.
You know what I mean?
No, I mean I really think that they did it about the same amount of time.
Nah,
hold on, look,
because Canelo was going up and down.
Canelo defended it. I mean, we can add, there's no need to guess. Shoot, we can just go here. Canelo Alvarez box rec. We'll see how many times he defended all 4 of those belts. No need to guess. And also, I think also maybe Jermaine Taylor too did it that quickly.
Yeah, I'm
Jermaine
talking about
Taylor had 2 of them.
the guys
Um,
now.
so he won it against Caleb Plant, and then pretty quick, and he only took 1 fight, and then he's defended it 2 times in less than 2 years. 2 times he's had 3 fights in the last 2 years.
Right.
And he defended all of those belts twice, Gennady Golovkin and John Ryder. So I think, yeah, he did it. He may have done it a little faster, but not much faster, but around the same amount. It's about what and what. Hey, man. Hey, Rollo, I got a guy right behind you, brother. Then I'm probably going to get off.
Go ahead.
So,
all right. Thanks for having me on for now.
Yeah, man. Anytime, Rollo. You take care of yourself, sir. Come on, Oz. What's happening, brother?
Hey, what's up, Fanon? Another great show. You really dissected that guy, man. I mean, you took him to school. Your intellect, your intelligence, your precise counterpoints just really just overwhelmed that dude. And, you know, I haven't said anything personal about him, but the guy was just totally unprepared to come in there, whoever it was. And the insults and the stuff that he said that was real weird, I've never heard before on YouTube. But, you know, salute to you. That's why we tune in every day. That's why we donate in the Cash App or Super Chat or Zelle. So I just want to thank you for that. On to something, let me talk about this Jermell Charlo thing, because I'm hearing anger. But the fact is the WBO was actually right to strip Jermell Charlo. They gave him mandatory. Then he had an injury. They asked for documentation. He submitted the documentation. They said, okay, you got to fight Tim Tszyu by X date. The fight was agreed to, and then he went another direction. So they have the right to strip the guy. Comparing Jermell Charlo with Canelo and say, hey, that's not fair. It's what I've been telling you since I've known you, Fanon. I've been telling you that Canelo's allowed to make his own rules, do what he wants to do, because he is put in a higher position than these other boxers. So yeah, Jermell's not going to get the same treatment as Canelo is. And your point is 100% right in that Jermell was actually ordered by the WBO, which we know is an anti-Heyman organization. They are pro Bob Arum and pro Top Rank and Frank Warren boxing. If you look at their rankings, it's hard to find somebody that's not with Top Rank or Frank Warren in their rankings. But knowing all that, Jermell had a responsibility and he didn't fulfill it. So they're right to strip him. The fact is that Canelo has not been ordered to fight David Morrell Jr. The WBA has not ordered a title consolidation in its 168-pound division that it did at 160. Also hasn't done one for Devin Haney and Tank. So technically, even though David Morrell Jr. is in a position to be Canelo's mandatory, he has not been made the mandatory. David Benavidez, there was an interview with Broadway Joel and Mauricio Suleiman, and he said that March 2024 is when they're going to order the David Benavidez fight for Canelo. So he has until March 24th. The IBF actually would be the next one coming up, because the last time that was defended when Caleb Plant held it was, I think, when he fought Vincent Fingerboots in 2019 or 2020. So just like with the IBF at 160, 154, that should be coming up. But I want to get your thoughts on this. Don't want to overtalk and let you get out of here. I'm sensing the same kind of energy from the extreme Bud Buddies, not Jeffrey Brooks. I'm not talking about that someone like that who's fair and he's not a Bud Buddy, but the same kind of energy that I hear from Canelo fans, that I hear from the Triple G fans. They're saying, why should I fight Jaron Boots Ennis? And the Canelo fans would say, the extreme Canelo fanboys would say, why should I fight David Benavidez? Who has he fought? And I'm hearing the same kind of language, or with the Golovkin fans, they would say, why should I fight Jermall Charlo? Why should I fight Demetrius Andrade? Who have they fought? And I'm hearing that same kind of energy, the same kind of tone being backed up by corporate media to say, hey, Jaron Ennis doesn't deserve the opportunity, despite the fact that he's the IBF interim champion. Or Keith Thurman needs to fight Jaron Ennis to fight Crawford when the WBC has already made Keith Thurman the mandatory. I was wondering if you could talk about the similarities that you're hearing in the rhetoric between, the fan bases, the extreme Golovkin fan bases, the extreme Canelo fan bases, when they would say, hey, look, Andre hasn't fought anybody. He hasn't earned a shot. But then you go fight someone like Abney Yildirim, or you fight Callum Smith, who hadn't fought anybody. So if you could just compare the rhetoric that we're hearing and the similarities between the extreme fan bases of each camp and corporate media kind of co-signing on it and not taking into account, hey, look, Keith Thurman's a mandatory for the WBC. Jerron Boots Ennis is the IBF interim champion. Stanionis will be the WBA mandatory here coming soon. And I want you to really attack that, because at the end of the day, and I'll hang up on this, Fanon, Errol Spence could have said to the Terrence Crawford, you haven't fought anybody. You were a diva in negotiations. You gave me all this trouble. I'm not going to fight you. And he could have that same attitude. He could have had that same attitude towards Terrence Crawford that it seems like Crawford is now having for Jerron Boots Ennis. And the fact is, as I said earlier in the chat, Jermell Charlo is completely unrealistic. He's moving up to 168, likely getting the strip from the 154 IBF coming up soon. He may have 2 fights with Canelo. If he beats him, he's definitely going to get a rematch. So if you could just talk about the rhetoric of these extreme fanboys and downplaying certain fighters, but they're okay with fighting a David Avocado, and they were okay with fighting these nondescript opponents. But when it comes to these big opponents, corporate media and extreme fanboys, in those 3 examples, are wanting to give these guys a pass. And I'll hang up and listen. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, no worries. Yeah, absolutely. So in brief, I talked about that earlier, where that's exactly what Christian Ponser did. She put out a tweet. And, I mean, let me go to the tweet. I see you, G-Man King. Oh, man, this dude is a clown. Hold on one second. Let me read it. Go to my profile. Hey man, y'all, I would greatly appreciate if y'all could follow me on she says Tim spitting mad facts. First of all, what is this mad facts crap? Boxing heads know. Nothing against Boots. He's a hella talent and one day will be champ, but he isn't ready for Bud at all. Who has he fought? Lipinets went to 135 to 140 for a fight. So went to 135 to 147 for the fight. So next, first of all, Lipinets did not go from 135 to 140. He went from 140 to 147. And he didn't do it for that fight. He had actually beaten not Karen Kuduja. What's the guy's name? That was the man at the IBF mandatory for a while. He earned that fight by beating an undefeated welterweight. So number one, Christian inside the ring with Christian is dead wrong that he went from 135 to 147. That's not right. That's not right. But again, the man was a world champion at 140 pounds and had fought multiple times at 147 pounds. But the idea, again, is that he doesn't deserve the fit. He's not ready at all. Now, the overstatement with not ready at all is just so irresponsible. He's not ready at all? What do you mean? Like he's not learned how to throw a jab? The things they say are just silly. And it most definitely is just a way to pour water on potential fights taking place with Showtime. Showtime, PBC. Jerron is not a PBC fighter, but he fights on PBC cards. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's the same thing. What do you need?
You mentioned my name earlier, so I'm here. Hey, I think Crawford should fight Emmanuel Stanionis or Alexis Roca. That's who I think he should fight because they're his mandatories.
Why wouldn't he fight the 2 other mandatories and the mandatory that comes before either one of them?
IBF does not come first. I can promise you that.
The WBC.
Keith Thurman. That's Thurman.
Right. So why wouldn't he fight Keith Thurman? That's the one.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't think Boots is first, though. So you want to keep running up his name, but he's not first.
Dude, if you don't shut your dumb ass up, and I mean it, bro. I am not in the mood today for your stupidity.
Excuse me.
You don't listen to what I say.
Hold on. Excuse me.
I fry you the same way I fry you every time. It
Excuse
is like
me.
literally like cooking bologna. You just throw it on the pot, wait for the shit to bubble, pop it, throw some cheese and onion on it, and throw it on toast.
Excuse
Dude, you are the same meal over and over and over
just
and
listed you
over again. Your
the
dumbass,
rate
I
ranking,
am sick of.
and you're
Because
running.
I said that Jaron Ennis deserves the fight.
So
I
does
did not
Alexis
say,
Rocha.
I did
So does
not
Keith
say,
Thurman.
so
does
what?
Cody Crowley.
That means they all
Why
deserve
don't you
it.
talk about them?
You're a fucking moron. Shut your dumb ass up. First of all, more than one person can deserve something. More than one person can deserve it. Jaron can deserve it. Stanionis can deserve it.
In your eyes, there's only one
Thurman can
because you only
deserve it.
talk
Shut
about one.
your dumb ass up. Thurman can deserve it. They can all deserve it. The question is whether when you say someone is not ready and they don't deserve it, the only topic is whether or not they deserve it, not whether there's other people that deserve it too.
Well, talk about whatever
The
comes
issue
first. You're talking
is-
about IBF routes.
Issue.
That
I'm
is
going to
not
talk
first.
about what I want to talk about, and you can go somewhere and go talk about what you want to talk about. When somebody says Jaron doesn't deserve the fight, I am staying on that issue. The issue is whether or not Jaron deserves the fight or not. Period. That's the issue.
Not before those guys that I just mentioned.
I don't
He does
care
not.
because I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I'm not answering the question as to whether who deserves it first, because then the answer to that one is Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman was due that fight, which was ordered by the W. Shut your ass up. Stop changing subjects. You are dishonest because you know full well how to stay on a subject and not try to conflate subjects. I'm not going to sit here and defend the order of the mandatories because I never.
But you're only talking about one person. You said Terrence Crawford should fight him because that's his mandatory.
I want to talk about.
Why don't you talk about Thurman?
Because I don't want to talk about Thurman. Because I don't want to. And on top of it, that's not what Christian Poncer brought up.
Boots bring nothing for
Nobody
Terrence
brought
Crawford.
up, moron, whether or not Thurman deserved the fight. So why would I bring it up? Errol Spence Jr. is the one that has got the rematch clause. So I'm going to talk about what people talk and ask me questions about. You are just trying to find some stupid argument to make.
Boots has no star power to come up on Crawford.
That you keep doing. Jaron Ennis is the mandatory for the IBF belt. He doesn't need to fight anybody else in order to get the right to fight for the IBF belt. He doesn't have the right to fight Terrence Crawford. He has the right to fight for the IBF belt, no matter who has it.
He brings no money for Terrence Crawford, so he does not need to fight
He
him.
absolutely
He
brings
brings
money
no
for
money.
Terrence Crawford.
What money does he bring for Crawford?
The people that buy the fight.
Nobody's going to watch that because nobody knows that dude.
Really? Nobody knows that dude.
Except for the Terrence Crawford fans.
So
that's it.
Nobody knows Jaron Ennis.
Barely anybody knows that dude.
Nobody barely knows.
He's not a draw at all.
Barely anybody knows Jaron Ennis. What does that have to do with Jaron Ennis's right to fight him?
Terrence Crawford is looking for big fights, for big money fights.
Man, get your nose from underneath Terrence's nutsack. Like
I said that on Hot 97's podcast.
I don't care what he said. Get your nose from up underneath his nutsack.
Man, like you want to filibuster me with some ad hominem garbage.
What does Terrence Crawford's opinion have to do with the fact that Jaron Ennis is the IBF mandatory and has earned the right to fight for that belt?
Excuse me. You do not talk about the other rankings, other mandatory challengers in that division. You want to run up on Boots.
I don't talk about the weather in China either. Dumbass. Because that's not what I was asked. Kamal Oz asked me a question, and I answered the question. If you ask me about Keith Thurman, dumbass, I'll answer about Keith Thurman too.
Does Keith Thurman deserve a shot before Boots? Does Emmanuel Stanionis deserve a shot before Boots?
That's 3 questions, moron.
I didn't say the number of questions I was going to ask. buddy.
I gave you to ask a question. That's one. I determined the question.
Okay, we'll start with one. Does
Not
Keith
you.
Thurman?
No, we will start with none. As long as you got that battery in your back, acting like you run something. We will start with none. As long as you got that battery in your back, talking crazy. I'll talk to you if I feel like talking to you about what I feel like talking to you about.
It's your show. Yeah, you're right.
You got that right. It's my channel.
Got it.
So, does Keith Thurman deserve a fight before? It's not a question of deserve before. It's the order. That's up to the sanctioning bodies.
Which I told you, IBF is not first.
That's up to the sanctioning bodies. If the IBF says right now or I'll strip you, I don't care what the WBC says.
Do you know what the last welterweight mandatory was for what?
Yes, I
body?
do. Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, nothing. What? Go
help
with
me
what?
out.
You asked me if I knew.
Help me understand who it was.
You don't know. You already know the answer. I don't want to help you understand.
I'm asking you a question, brother.
And I'm telling you, fuck off. I'm not answering your question, brother.
Excuse me. Come on, man. Answer. Let's go.
No. I don't take orders from trolls.
You're not taking orders. We're having a conversation, bro.
Shut your ass up. You tell me to order something. You tell me to answer a question. That's ordering me to do something. You can kick the fucking rock. You can kick fucking rocks, bro. You're not putting no bass in your voice, battering your back and swinging your nuts and telling me to do anything. Understand it. I'm not answering any question I don't want to answer.
I'm going to slow down because, yeah. Go ahead. I'm going to slow down. Yeah. So
I don't know about the word deserve. That is subjective. I don't know what they deserve because that is subjective as far as it relates to the order of which one. I do know, however, that Keith Thurman is the mandatory for the WBC belt. That's a fact. I don't have to talk about whether he deserved it or not. IBF mandatory is Jaron Ennis. I know that because that's a fact. I don't have to talk about whether he deserves it or not. Stanionis, I don't know because that was something was passed on because Errol Spence had fought Ugas. I don't know where the WBA stands on the timing of Amanda Stanionis and a shot at the major belt. I don't know about that one. The WBO was the last one to be defended, and that was when Terrence Crawford fought Sean Porter, something you know full well. So what are you asking me it for?
My point is, talk about every sanctioning body.
No, that's an order. You're not going to tell me to talk about nothing. Understand it. You're not going to tell me to do anything. Nothing. As soon as some phrase comes out your mouth, like it's telling me to do something, you know right now the answer is you can go take a walk. You don't order me to do anything, not never, ever. Am I going to do anything you tell me to do?
And I have no beef with that. No beef.
Then
So if I come off like that, I apologize.
I don't care. I don't care what you got beef with,
bro.
not beef with. I'm telling you flat out, when we have a discussion, which you insist on having every day, the second you tell me to do something, and I'm telling you man to man, like I would tell my son, you don't tell me to do nothing.
And I got nothing against that.
Then stop doing it.
Can we get back to the conversation?
This is the conversation.
Okay. So I think Keith Thurman deserves a shot because they already ordered the WBC mandatory for Errol Spence, which was not completed. So I believe Keith Thurman will be next, or the WBA. That's my opinion.
Got to do it? What's that got to do with me?
That's got nothing to do with that. No.
What's that got to do with me?
Nothing. That's got nothing to do with that. I don't think Boots will deserve the next shot at Terrence Crawford, but you guys want to jump up on him and cheerlead him to try to get one up on Terrence Crawford, like I said yesterday, because you believe he's got the skills to beat him, but that dude's going to get hurt. He's 25 years old. He hasn't even faced a single solid opponent that's top 5 welterweights at all. So if he goes in there with the best welterweight who demolished supposedly the previous best welterweight, Errol Spence, the way he did, I don't think it's a good idea for Boots and Crawford and his.
That's enough rambling. I don't give a fuck what you think. He's the IBF mandatory. I don't care what you think. That's that subjective crap again, and what you think will happen. He's the IBF mandatory. He's already earned the right to fight for that belt. I don't care about none of the rest of that crap. He could have beaten every single solitary guy in the welterweight division to get to every single one, just like Errol did, and wind up still losing. The question isn't whether or not he'll win the fight. The question is whether or not he deserves the fight. Once again, conflating and changing issues. The question is whether or not he deserves to fight for the IBF belt. He is 30-0 with 28 knockouts. He, at one point in time, had been in the top 2 of every major sanctioning body. He is more than able to defend himself in a boxing ring. He is a licensed boxer. And you think that somebody like David Avanesyan should be able to get in there and fight for those belts.
David Avanesyan was number 6 WBO challenger.
Man, shut your dumb ass up if you think that Jaron Ennis and Avanesyan have anything in common. And by the way, he was the number 6. Jaron was the number 2.
Listen,
Jaron, just you expose yourself, just like you expose yourself by saying, attempting to defend the notion that Avanesyan deserved it. Shut up. Just like you just tried to expose yourself by defending the notion that David Avanesyan deserved it for being number 6. You want to throw Jaron out when he was number 2. Will you please take your rinse and repeat ass on up out my face? I swear. You are the absolutely most numbskull person that I think I've had the displeasure to speak to.
I don't know what that means.
You are really, and you just did that. You said the guy that was the number 2.
You got to let me cook to finish my point.
You don't cook, dude. You just soak.
Okay, let me soak.
You don't cook, you soak.
Let me soak.
You sit there like some chicken and buttermilk overnight, waiting around to get thrown in the fire damn near every day. You just said that the number 6 guy, David Avanesyan,
in the WBO
deserved the fight.
WBO.
But Jaron Ennis, who was the number in the top 2 in every sanctioning body, and anybody with a brain knows that he is a much better fighter than David Avanesyan. He would beat David Avanesyan half to death in a boxing ring.
Go fight him then.
Yeah, how about not? And we go fight, and he go fight Bud. And you go find somebody else to troll, because somebody else might actually have something reasonable to say. Jameson Childress, how can I help you, sir?
Hey, first of all,
you just cut yourself off.
Hello, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I had an incoming call, but I was saying good afternoon to you, man. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, man. Let me start off first by saying that smoked bologna analogy sounds real good. I haven't had one of those breakfasts in a long time, my man.
Put some cheese and some onions on that mug. That sucker was good.
Man, you about to make me go to Waffle House after this, man. But
what's going on, man? How can I help you, man? And AM Sports Media, the link is right there, brother.
Well, what I wanted to say, in response to what the guy before me was saying, but on a larger scope, when we talk about guys like Jaron Ennis, or in the past when we've talked about Demetrius Andrade not getting his shot against like a Triple G or Canelo, I've come up with something I've coined the opportunity paradox. You might like this. Because with Boots in this scenario, everybody's saying, why does he deserve a shot against Terrence Crawford? He hasn't fought anybody. So what does Boots do? What he's supposed to do? Calls them out. Calls out the Spencers, the Thurmans, the Porters when he was still active, right? So they don't fight him, so he ends up getting in the ring with who he can get. And he does what he's supposed to do, which is blow him out of the water. But because he still hasn't fought those big names, the Thurmans and the Crawfords and the fans thereof keep insisting, well, see, he still hasn't fought anybody. So why does he still deserve a shot against these guys? So we end up right back in the same place. And my question to that guy right before me and who are defending these moves as a whole is, don't we, the fans, want to see the best matchups? You can't tell me with a straight face, like that guy before me who was saying Boots isn't first. Stan Jonas might be next, or Thurman might be next. And I wouldn't be mad at a Thurman Crawford fight either, but you got Thurman on this side. Then you got who's the WBO mandatory? Have they announced that yet?
No, because it was already satisfied. I suspect that it's probably going to be Alexis Rocha. I think Alexis Rocha is in position for that.
Okay, so yeah, of those, well, of all the potential options for Crawford as far as a mandatory, no, that guy can't tell me with a straight face that an Alexis Rocha potentially or in a Iamanta Stan Jonas is a better style matchup and a more competitive, more interesting fight right now than a Jaron Ennis. So the double standard is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, I was done. I was.
So what's the paradox? Explain that. Give me the theory. Because you said you have a something paradox.
Oh yeah, the
so
opportunity paradox.
Yeah, opportunity paradox. If you can explain it without using anybody's name, but just say this is the. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let me know what you mean by that, because I was interested in hearing what you had to say about that.
Yeah, in a nutshell, it's like without using a specific name, it's when we can see objectively that a fighter is one of the most competitive or most dynamic and that ability warrants an opportunity, but said fighter can't get the opportunity because they haven't fought anyone. They can't get those big names in the ring, so they fight who they can. But because who they can get isn't a huge name or isn't a dynamic draw, that's used as an indictment as to why they continue not to get those big names and big opportunities. So it's just a revolving loop.
Yeah, I see that is an excellent way to describe that, and a very, very key observation. And I like that, because essentially what you're saying is that it basically is a how do you say that? Like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy,
right?
Where someone says this person he's not fought anybody, so you don't deserve the fight. So they don't fight him, which means you can't fight him. Since you didn't fight him, you can't fight him.
Exactly.
So that's why I like that, man. Like if you tighten it up like that, I knew what you meant as soon as you said it.
Yeah,
but I was like, you tighten that up like that, yeah, I think that's really good. But just say it in a way that like is like really tight, where you say a guy wants you. A man can't get a fight because he hasn't fought anybody, so he fights another nobody. And since he fought another nobody, he can't fight that guy. He just goes around in a circle over and over again. So you'll forever be in that situation.
Exactly.
If you never are, so it's so it is that is the cycle of refusing someone an opportunity. And it's like what happened with Deontay Wilder, where Deontay Wilder is somebody that's a world champion. These people won't fight him, but because he didn't fight him, then he doesn't get credit for the people that he beat. And since he didn't get credit for the people that he beat, then the person that he wants to fight doesn't have to fight him. It just feeds on itself. And it's a loop that is very obvious to the people that say it. And it is completely disingenuous. Also, as it applies to Jaron Ennis, this is what I'll say, and it's the same situation I'll say about Terrence Crawford. You say that this man has not fought anybody. He's not beat anybody. He's also not lost to anybody, and nobody's come close to beating him. I could understand it if you've seen him fight some people and he had weaknesses and trouble with people that were a lower level fighter. But the way that boxing actually works is this: as you go level by level, you fight people level by level, and then you go and you move forward. The fact that he beat a Thomas Delorme, the fact that he beat a Sergey Lipinets, both of those guys are well, at least Sergey Lipinets is a former world champion at 140 pounds. Since one guy has all the belts, there are no other champions for him to fight. So he has beaten literally everybody in that division that he could fight. And that is why you don't listen to people's opinions to judge it. That's what ranking systems are there for.
Exactly.
The IBF's job is to sanction fights. That's their job. Let the sanctioning body do their job. We don't have to sit back on Twitter and everyone else and wonder whether or not this guy deserves it, because this guy has already proven that he's deserved it to the people that get to make the decision, which is the IBF. And if Terrence Crawford doesn't want it, then Terrence Crawford can drop that belt. At which point in time, Gervonta can then go fight for the vacant belt. And then you can say that he hasn't fought anybody, but you can't say he doesn't have a belt. And that's how all of those things kind of work themselves out. Hey, I got a guy right behind you, though, Jameson. I thought that young man, I thought that was a very, very well thought out statement. And I definitely appreciate your intellect. And you are definitely somebody I would love to talk. I like talking boxing with and hope come back again.
No, I definitely will. And just want to let you know before I drop off, you have my full permission to use that. Appreciate you tightening up that analogy for me. So you got my full permission to use it, man.
Appreciate it. And every time that I say the opportunity paradox, I will say that a very intelligent, well-mannered young man named Jameson Childress came up with that idea, and for something that I've seen but never really framed like you did. So absolutely, thank you for sharing. That is very, very valuable, and I hope you continue to do that in all areas of your life, sir.
Likewise, man. Likewise, man. Thank you.
Peace. No worries, man. Thank you, sir. To the great Greg.
What's going on?
Man, I'm good, brother. What's happening with you, sir? Good to see you. Happy to have you on the channel.
Oh man, I'm happy to be here. I just caught some of that probably the last 20 minutes or so. And I just wanted to get on here and talk to you really quickly, because I think you and we have some of the same experiences relative to our channels in terms of seeing the trolls come in there, and then also individuals that just simply don't make any sense relative to their logic. So I have that issue, and I know that you're having that issue as well. So to the gentleman that was on prior talking about the order in which the sanctioning bodies are going to allow each one of the fighters the opportunity at Bud Crawford. Why does it matter? Why does it matter? Right? Like, what is the point of that? I've been hearing the same stuff. He doesn't have a belt. He doesn't have the experience. He doesn't deserve it. This, that, and the third. All the same comments that Terrence Crawford fans lamented relative to PBC fighters and the statements they made about Terrence Crawford. But now those statements are okay. Make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense. Here's the real issue as far as I'm concerned, Fanon, is that kid is a real threat and they know it. That kid is a real threat and they know it. They want or did you hear any Terrence Crawford fans clamoring for a Keith Thurman fight and a Mantis Stanionis fight? Were they asking for that fight? No, none of them asked for that fight. But all of a sudden, those fights now are important fights. You know, that's my issue with what a lot of Terrence Crawford fans are doing. And let me back up. Not Terrence Crawford fans, Terrence Crawford trolls. Because on my channel, we have Terrence Crawford fans. And a lot of them are very logical. But what we're experiencing a lot of since last week are the Terrence Crawford trolls. And typically those individuals, they don't make any sense. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on that, those comments I just made.
I just call them fake fans. So what I've seen is this, that you really have people who are supporters of fighters. Like, there are a lot of people that are really legitimately think Terrence Crawford is an excellent fighter and is, top-notch guy, all that, thinks he can beat Gervonta Ennis, all of that, right? But then you have people that are still mad that Sergey Kovalev lost to Andre Ward. And they're mad that Canelo Alvarez moved over to the PBC. And they're mad, or Floyd Mayweather, let's go all the way back. You have a lot of people that are still mad that Floyd Mayweather Jr. beat Manny Pacquiao. Those people haven't gone anywhere. And they hear all the discussions and all of the conversations going on about boxing. They're not supporters of Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford to them is no different than Joe Frazier was to people that wanted Ali put in prison for evading the draft. He is now a symbol by which they can come and taunt people who were supporters of a man that failed to win a fight. And so simultaneously, they can say, because you have to look at it from their point of view, they are someone that just wants to see the failure. They're not interested in the success. So they not only do not want people to actually win the opportunities that present themselves, they want to prevent and discourage people from getting the opportunity to excel. Because the truth of the matter is that the only way that, and they know this to be the case, to that young man's statement about the opportunity paradox, is that you have to have the opportunity in order to prove it. It is a truth, I do believe, that Jaron Ennis could beat every single solitary person at welterweight, and they would still say that he has never fought anybody like Terrence Crawford, and that would still be true. However, if you take out the belts, you can also say that Terrence Crawford has never beaten anybody like Jaron Ennis. He has never in his career beaten a 25-year-old man with 30 wins and 28 knockouts that can switch stances, has one-punch knockout power in both hands, can go to the body, who has the footwork, who is balanced in all four scoring criteria of boxing, coming out of the city of Philadelphia, which has more institutional boxing, as much institutional boxing knowledge as there is on any place in the planet, out of Philadelphia. So when we take away the belts and the accomplishments and we look at the people, we have an old fighter, 35 years old, in his third weight class. And you have a young fighter, 25 years old, who only has 10 fewer fights than he does. Only has 10 fewer fights than he does. And now this young man is at the top. What they don't want is they don't want Jaron to have the opportunity to prove it. Because if you can abort his career without ever giving him the chance, then how will you ever know what he really is? And think, for example, and I use this example with Jaron in this almost every time. Who did Muhammad Ali beat or Cassius Clay beat for him to have been considered for a fight with Sonny Liston? Nobody.
I can't recall anyone.
No, he had already been dropped by Henry Cooper. He had had difficulty with Doug Jones. He had not had any wins over any world champions. The only former world champion that he had a win over that I remember, I could go through, this may be wrong, was Archie Moore, who was a light heavyweight champion, well into his late 40s when Ali beat him. Similar to the way that Jaron Ennis beat a light welterweight champion in Sergey Lipinets.
Yep.
In his next weight class. And then what happened? And everybody said it was going to be a massacre. It was going to be a murder. And that older man could not catch that 22-year-old boy to save his life, because that quickness and speed and youth and skill and length shut all the critics up. And we can go through other examples of that. People that had said for years about Floyd Mayweather, they did the same thing with Floyd. They said no Oscar De La Hoya fight. No Oscar De La Hoya fight. Why? He's too small. He's not beating anybody. He doesn't deserve the shot with Oscar De La Hoya. Yep. So he had to go fight this guy and this guy and this guy. As long as they keep telling, well, if you just go do this, then maybe you'll deserve a shot. Well, thank God for ranking systems, because you don't have a choice. That man is the IBF mandatory challenger for that belt. And that's the only thing that matters. You don't get a vote.
Facts. And that's the same thing I've said on the channel on multiple occasions. It doesn't matter what you put out there, whether it's he doesn't deserve a shot, he doesn't have a belt, who has he fought, what is his resume, what is his accomplishments. It does not matter. He is his mandatory, period. And I always heard from Terrence Crawford fans or the trolls that he always defends his title against his mandatory. So if that is the case, and he decides, and I'm not saying that Terrence Crawford should stay at 147 pounds. If there's an opportunity for him to move up and face Errol Spence at 154, and that fight makes dollars and cents, then by all means, go ahead and do that. I understand if he doesn't want to get in the ring with Ennis, just because, you know, at that age, does he want to take on that level of risk for the amount of reward he's going to get? Totally understand that. I'm not knocking Terrence Crawford at all. It's the fans, because they are taken in a position where they want to defend him and stop that fight from taking place, because in my opinion, there's concerns there. If there were not concerns there, you would not hear all these different excuses for why Terrence Crawford should not get into the ring with him.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, just a slight correction. Terrence Crawford did not defend against a mandatory at 140 named Sergey Lipinets, because Sergey Lipinets was the mandatory for the IBF. I believe it was the IBF belt that was held by Julius Ndungo, and Terrence Crawford and Julius Ndungo also had to pay money in order to get step aside money to Sergey Lipinets to allow Terrence Crawford to fight Ndungo. And then when Terrence Crawford beat Ndungo, he then moved up in weight. So it's not true that he's always defended against his mandatories, because he didn't fight Sergey Lipinets at 140. He moved up to fight Jeff Horn. So even when these guys are saying a lot of this stuff, they don't remember all the facts around this stuff, man. They don't remember all. No,
I hear you.
And not only should he, I'm not saying that Terrence Crawford should have. I'm not saying any of that, but he fought Sean Porter. The only reason he fought a mandatory at 147 was because he forced Sean Porter to become the mandatory in order to fight him. So he locked in that mandatories personally. He said, if you become my mandatory, I'll fight you. And so so he became the mandatory. But yeah. Hey man, make sure you put your link in the chat, man, so cats know how to follow you, man. And you're most definitely, and I'm considering putting together this show called OG Boxing Talk again that we used to do on Sundays after big fights and all of that stuff. So I'm thinking about putting a little panel together, man, because I absolutely do think your channel is spectacular. And I got to tell you, above everything else about your channel, I appreciate your courage and your willingness to say your thoughts and express them, despite the number of people that will do all kind of ridiculous things in order to prevent you from to discourage you from saying it. You're also you're a little younger than me, but you're bright. You're a bright man. You're a thoughtful man, and I most definitely would love to have you on the channel on a panel like that. You know, anytime, whenever I decide to get it together. Now that we're in this kind of, dip in between major fights, but we usually do them in the mornings. We used to do them on the mornings on the mornings on Sundays after the fights. Who is he? He is from AM Sports Media YouTube channel, and he has a co-host. What's your co-host name again? Sorry.
Yeah, my co-host is named Jason. Yeah, I'll definitely drop the link in the channel so you guys can check it out. I'll say this: you guys have probably seen some of the stuff that we've done. If you've seen the video, "The Truth Behind Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford," or "The Truth Behind the Resume of Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford," that was AM Sports Media. So just so you're aware.
Very professional. Yeah, AM Sports Media, very professional. Angry Man Podcast too. I think you have that on there too, right?
Yeah, that's the name of the show.
That's the name of the show. Your channel is AM Sports Media. The name of the show is. He's the person that I always quote when I say I'm doing back of the napkin math, because I started back of the napkin math, and I remember that one video you did where you're like, "Hey man, quick back of the napkin math," and I was like, "That's what I do all the time with the pay-per-view numbers and all that." Is the back of the napkin math. So, all right, I appreciate you, Greg. Thank you for coming.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for letting me join.
Without saying what it is, how did that work out for you? If you tracked it without saying it.
Yeah, it worked out very well. We'll talk about it.
Significantly different, isn't it?
Yeah, significantly. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
all right, man. Later.
All right, brother. You take care, man. Peace. Yeah. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. Good dude. All right, so one caller, then I got to get one more, and I got to get out of here. Because you slighted Ice Cube. Hey, man, it is what it is, man. Cats get to know each other over time. To the young man that just kept getting on the show. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Fahim Sator. Thank you for that support, bro. I don't know where my gong is, Fahim, but thank you, bro. Oh, my super chat. Sorry, man. Hold on 1 second, brother. Sorry. Kamal Oz in the building said, hey, man's fans are hilarious to me. Benavidez, Andrade, Boots, Wilder don't bring anything to the table, but they love the fights with Yildirim, Adama, Avocado, and Eric Molina are great. Blatant hypocrisy. They're just not honest people. They're just not honest people, bro. They just are arguing to talk crazy. They just don't want something to happen. That's the definition of a hater. If you can get out your mouth that somebody earned something, and that you could say, I don't want to see Terrence Crawford fight Jaron Ennis because Jaron will never win. So what do you think? What do you think Terrence Crawford should do? I think Terrence should fight Alexis Rocha. I'm fine with Texas. I'm fine with Errol, with Terrence and Alexis Rocha. But no, I wouldn't want to see Terrence Crawford and Jaron Ennis. That's like saying, hey, look, man, I don't mind jumping into a cage and kicking a poodle, but I don't want to hurt that. But I don't want to hurt that. I don't want to hurt that Cane Corso. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, I would get into that cage and whoop up on that Cane Corso, but that Cane Corso ain't quite ready. So let me get in here and kick around this Chihuahua. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. It's rampant with it. But look, man, to the dude that was on, come on, man, let me know, bro. I've been on here almost 3.5 hours. You jumped on, you jumped off. I've seen you several times. Where you at, bro? Oh, I'm sorry. And Incel in the Cash App. I think I got Incel. Oh, I did. Thank you, Incel, for that support, bro. Oh, Zenith in the bill said, Debo, Dillian, popping dirty, AJ off. Yeah, I got that, brother. Thank you, man. All right. Not too much longer, brother. Not too much longer. But jump on if you're gonna try to do it. There's that link. One more. We got one more, and then we got one more, and then we kicking up out of here, bro. It's been a long week. And I got all the way off until tomorrow. I heard some upper class stuff and poo-poo racism from poo-poo and racism from Ice Cube. Ice Cube, let me tell you what happened, bro, with Ice Cube. He gets rich Negro syndrome. That's what Ice Cube has. Ice Cube has rich Negro syndrome. When you get really, really good at something, and because you've succeeded in your life, you think that gives you that means that you have enough knowledge of every subject under the sun to run around talking about it. You know what I mean? Like, dog, I don't even listen. That's why I don't even listen to entertainers. What's going on, Bass Reeves?
Hey, I'm a little staticky. Am I?
No, you're good. I can hear you.
Okay. Now I'm just saying what
hey,
up,
bro,
brother.
Before you say anything, man, I hope your boy is okay. Without saying it, if you guys get any connection to him, dog, I hope your boy is doing well, man.
Yes, sir. I'm always on him. Always on him, brother. I've been with him all week, in fact. Yeah, but how you doing, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. I can't complain, man.
Yeah. Like you said earlier, a long week. Real long week. Shoot, man, I'm just gonna wait till things die down. I'm already breaking my own little rules. I'm just gonna wait till things die down. Stuff is crazy, man.
You talking about to talk boxing?
Yeah, this stuff is crazy, man.
Oh man, nah, bro. You see, you can't do that, dog. You can't do it. You can't do it, brother. It's a sport that you love, dog. So you just got to get out here every morning, dude. I work. Here's the thing with these dudes. I actually put in more work because, dog, sitting around and waiting for trolls to disappear, dog, you be waiting your whole life for them dudes to disappear. You just got to be able to, hey, if you can dish it out, you got to be able to take it, but just don't let them not be able to take stuff that you didn't give out. You've never been a negative person in a person that has been disrespectful of Terrence Crawford. You just gave your opinion. So now there's going to be a bunch of people that are out there trying to bully you and kick you around and doing all of that stuff. Man, you didn't do nothing wrong. There ain't nothing wrong with thinking that Terrence Crawford was going to lose a fight or he wasn't going to win, man. There's nothing wrong with that, man. And it's not even a mistake. You know what I mean? It's just your prediction in a boxing match. And these people want to kick you while you're up. They don't let people kick you while you're up. Bro, you got a nice job, you got dogs, you got a beautiful house with a pool next to it. You know what I mean? You enjoy the sport of boxing, you got a good family. You're healthy. Don't let people kick you while you up. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Don't
sir.
let them do it to you. You get out here and you talk that boxing. You share your opinion on the next fight. And and then people keep talking. You let them talk. But I'm going to talk right back to you, and I'm going to give them a platform. Jump on here. And if you haven't heard, if you listen to what the people actually sound like when they speak, dude, you wouldn't care anything about what they think. Because I'm telling you, I've been letting guys on all week and letting people hear what the people that say these things actually sound like when they're talking. They sound like just toxic, lonely, uneducated, ridiculous people. Otherwise, they're going to listen to what you say and you get around to, oh, I understand where you're coming from. Oh, that's okay. And those are decent people. But I'll tell you, just like I tell you anybody else, I've been through the ringer on this a lot of times now. Every single solitary time that a fight goes wrong for you, when you predict it, there's going to be somebody that is going to try to wear your conscience down and make you feel like you're a worse person because of a boxing match. It's a boxing match. You didn't get in there and fight. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get in there and fight. They got in there and fight, and they got paid a lot of money to do it. So everybody wins. But that's what they say. They want the big fighters, and it's a win for everybody. But then you try to make somebody feel bad. Bro, Bass Reeves, I love talking boxing with you, brother. And you don't got to be right every single solitary time for me to respect you as a human being. You can be right you can be wrong every single solitary time. And as long as you carry yourself with integrity and dignity, I can't do anything but respect you for the man that you are, not for some thing that you thought would happen that didn't happen. Because that's just what? I mean, I think you never wrong in your life. No, you just do what you do and you don't let these people touch your brain, bro. These guys are just what they are. They're just toxic individuals. And I feel sorry for them because I don't know how anybody could be that wrapped up. Now, let me ask you a question. When Manny Pacquiao fought Floyd Mayweather Jr., who did you have?
Had Floyd, of course.
When Floyd won that fight, did you run around calling people all kind of crazy shit out their name?
No, I did not.
So now who did you have win against Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev going into that fight?
Andre both times.
And did you go run around calling everybody but a son of God because of that?
I did not know.
Exactly. So you know how to behave when you are on the right side, when you're right side of a call. But do they know how to behave when they're on the right side of a call? No, they do not. So if someone does not carry themselves with dignity and respect for themselves, because the way they behave towards you or me or AM Sports Media is reflecting how they expect somebody to treat them. And you never did that to them. Other people did not do that to them. So to bring that on you is nothing but their own toxicness, them trying to release their own toxicity into the air and spew it on you. And I think the worst thing that you could do is not continue to talk boxing, not continue to reach out to the people that you enjoy talking about boxing with. Don't let people make people make you miserable, because they're miserable in trying to get that sense of whatever they want to get out of you. And trust me, if you talk to these people for very long, you will see what type of people they are. They are people that if you were anywhere around them in a room behaving like that, you just get out and leave and be like, man, what's wrong with this dude? Yesterday, I had somebody wish death on me. Death. Like, you just need to die. It's crazy.
That's too much. Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So nah, bro. I'm glad you showed up today, dog. Don't break the rule. Go back. Your rule should be like, dude, what did you do wrong? Nothing. So don't let anybody put any of that stuff on you. That's ridiculous. People like it's silly. You know what I mean? Anyway, so what do you want to talk about, brother? I just wanted you to know, bro. Don't let that shake that off, man. Because I know it's tough. A lot of people felt like that. But you can shake that shit off, bro.
None, man. Just want to reach out to you, Fanon. You're always
Yes,
the best, brother. You always keep me in a good mood. I appreciate that. I really do. Please get off to a good start to the weekend. And I'm always in the chat, man. I always got you on. I always got you on, brother.
All right, brother.
Support.
And you know what it is,
Enjoy.
man. You got them dogs. You got that family. You go eat you some good food. Sip you on something that tastes good. Look at the sun. Realize that your ass don't got cancer. That you don't have all these other shits. And you're like, damn, I'm in a good place. And some fucking internet bullies throw you off your square. Nah.
Correct.
All right, bro.
Yeah, the father's good.
Peace. Yeah, you people are some miserable individuals. A lot of you guys are miserable individuals. A lot of you guys are miserable individuals. Just so that you guys know. Miserable individuals for making people feel like that about the sport of boxing. It's ridiculous how you guys behave. And I'm talking about you trolls out there. Shame on you. To the day you die. Nah, I'm going to say to the day you die. That's overcooked. You can just change your ways and stop being a jackass to people and trying to make them feel bad. Especially people on social media that got to hear it 9 million times. Anyway, it is what it is. And with that, I'm about to kick it up out of here. Thank you guys for the support today. You know the deal. We'll be back tomorrow. Deuces.